Hey everybody, welcome to No Bones About Wrestling. This is the weekly retro watch along. I'm one of your hosts, Asa, and I'm here as always with Dylan from Last Week in Wrestling.
Yay.
And Kay from No Bones About Wrestling.
Hey.
Also, Kay Fabulous, that is. And today we're doing a very cool event. It's December, so I kept saying what makes me think of two things: Christmas and Starrcade. Now, most people don't think about Starrcade. WCW went out of business 22 years ago, so it's not something that's really on people's minds or the tips of their tongues. But it is mine, so that's why in December we're doing the retro watch along with Starrcade. And last week we did 1993. Saw Ric Flair win his 11th or 12th, his 11th world title over Big Van Vader. Good show. This week we're going 10 years back, and we're watching NWA Starrcade 1983. Sorry.
Black. Oh, there you go.
Sorry. We're going 10 years back, and we're watching NWA Starrcade 1983, the very first Starrcade. And it was Thanksgiving Day 1983 in the Greensboro Coliseum. Where AEW is having Revolution in March. So still, it's a great building for wrestling. I've seen more wrestling in that building than anywhere else. I've been to a bunch of, especially WWF shows there. But yeah, I've seen more wrestling in that building than anywhere. So it's very special. And there are a lot of people in North Carolina where that's the case. That used to be the building for wrestling, was the Greensboro Coliseum. I'm going to look up one thing because I wanted to tell you something.
Well, I'm going to tell them something while you do that.
Okay.
So one cool thing that kind of ties this show and last week's 1993 show together, other than just them being 10 years apart, is that last week's main event from 1993 was Ric Flair versus Big Van Vader, who was managed by Harley Race. And then this week's, or today's, in 1983, the main event is a steel cage match between Ric Flair and Harley Race. So 10 years apart, once as a wrestler, then as a manager, which I think is kind of cool.
Thank you, dear. That is very interesting. Harley Race was the man at this point. And I know if you know WCW from the 90s, a lot of people only know Harley Race as the manager who talks like this to Vader.
Sounds like from Long Island.
But he was the man in the late 70s and early 80s. Harley Race was the man, and Ric Flair was still trying to be the man. And so this is this show was subtitled "A Flair for the Gold." So it's kind of Ric Flair hoping to have his coming out party, so to speak, of being the man in NWA. And they have a good steel cage match here. So let me read you the card real quick. What I was going to tell you was this is before pay-per-view. So this WCW didn't get into pay-per-view until 1987. So this is before pay-per-view for them. But it was on closed circuit, which a lot of us don't know what that means nowadays. So what that means is if you weren't in Greensboro, if you couldn't go to the show, say you're in
Long
Island. They didn't watch Southern wrestling, but say you're in Long Island. They would, they would rent out that arena, and on the big video board, they would show Starrcade on the big video board, and sell you concessions and beer and all that stuff. And
that sounds so fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
and so they did that. They did that throughout the South. They show it in Atlanta, show it in Raleigh, North Carolina, show it in South Carolina, show it in Florida.
It's like a nice movie.
Do what?
Like a nice movie.
Like a movie, yeah. Except you didn't have to be quiet because it's wrestling.
Right.
I mean, you're encouraged to cheer. People watched it like it was a live wrestling show. It would have been cool to see one like that, but it was called closed circuit, and that's how Starrcade really got its start. Right? Why it was seen as such a big event was because you could go to all these different arenas and watch it in the South.
It's kind of like what AEW does now with AMC theaters.
Yeah, correct. Which that would be fun to see an AEW show in a theater on a big ass screen. But I just like being at home,
I used to go to a bar to watch WWE pay-per-views before the network existed and then before Peacock existed. And that was really fun because even though we were like in a restaurant, basically, people would like hoot and holler, you know?
It would be fun.
Yeah. And I was like the only Adam and I were like the only CM Punk fans in the whole place. And so we would be cheering for him and everyone would be like booing us instead of booing CM Punk. It was fun.
So I want to read the card for you real quick. I'm going to go from beginning to end. So Johnny Weaver, a Southern legend, teams up with Scott McGee. They take on Kevin Sullivan. Yes, the Kevin Sullivan from the Dungeon of Doom in WCW, future WCW booker, Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan and his partner, Mark Lewin. But it's weird. I turned this event on the other day on the WWE Network on Peacock, and that match was not there. So we'll see if they moved it to later in the broadcast or what. We also have Abdullah the Butcher versus Carlos Colon, which that match is on the broadcast, but it's not second. So I don't know. The broadcast order seems to be off with the actual order on the network. So I don't know what they've done, but we'll find out. We have the Assassins taking on Rufus Jones and Bugsy McGraw, which I believe is the first match we're going to see this afternoon. We have Charlie Brown versus Kabuki from Japan.
I saw that match too, didn't I? You said I only saw 2 matches from this. I saw the Charlie Brown match.
I think perhaps, yes.
Yeah, because he wears a mask but has like a giant beard.
We might have watched the World Tag Team title match too.
I think we watched,
But there's a tag team match. Wahoo McDaniel, Chief Wahoo McDaniel, that is, and Mark Youngblood. They do an Indian gimmick, Native American gimmick, whatever you'd call it. And they face Dirty Dick Slater and Cowboy Bob Orton.
Hey, yo! Dirty Dick Slater.
Also, there's a dog collar match. Probably the best match on the show. It's for the U.S. title. Greg the Hammer Valentine, I believe he's the defending champion, and he faces Rowdy Roddy Piper. So it's a hell of a match, a violent match. So if blood's not your thing, you're not going to want to watch this one.
That can be your bathroom break.
Oh, wait, this is the World Tag Team title match. I'm sorry. The Briscoe brothers, other Southern legends, they were kind of nearing the end of their career. Jack and Jerry Briscoe, no relation to the present-day Briscoe brothers. They defend the NWA World Tag Team titles against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. And this is Ricky Steamboat pretty early on in his career. And then as Kay mentioned before, NWA World Champion Harley Race puts the world title on the line against Ric Flair in a steel cage. So pretty good card. Some people we really know, and especially if you've watched our WCW watch-alongs, you've seen several of these people. And some people, even I don't know, honestly. You know, I'm no expert in 1983, I'll tell you that. But we did want to watch this first Starrcade, and just to say, hey, we watched it. So I know it's a good show, and some of these matches I've not seen in years. So we'll get ready. Dylan, what match are you most looking forward to?
There's two. Abdullah the Butcher, because it's gonna be the first time I'm actually gonna like watch in full an Abdullah the Butcher match. So I'm expecting violence. I'm expecting blood. I'm expecting people screaming. And then I also am excited for the Roddy Piper match and a dog collar match, because as we know, the second dog collar match that broke the most popular dog collar match being Valentine and Piper was Punk and MJF's dog collar match many years later. So that's very exciting to see the original one being done compared to what it is now on how those two gentlemen did it. So I'm very excited to see those two for sure. And of course, Ric Flair. Ric Flair is always great. He'll be back. He was taken away by my answers so bad. There you are.
There I am. I'm sorry.
All good. You were taken away by my answers. You were like, no way. There's no way.
So I heard the Piper, and then did you have another one
You
also?
said Abdullah the Butcher first.
And Abdullah the Butcher. I heard those.
Yeah, and then of course Ric Flair's Ric Flair. So it's always nice to see the Nature Boy trying to be the true Nature Boy that he is, and especially against Harley Race, which ought to be really interesting. So
Well, this
whole card sounds exciting, and I've never seen Bob Orton fight either, Randy's father. So this is actually going to be the first time I've watched Randy's father fight. So this is definitely very exciting for me on that as well. But another good pick.
Bob Orton and Dirty Dick.
Dirty Dick.
Dirty Dick.
Dirty Richard.
Terrible name.
We're going to start in just a minute here, but Kay, what matches are you most looking forward to? I know you've seen half of this show.
Half the show. I'm looking forward to seeing the dog collar match again.
Yeah.
I don't remember which matches you said that I haven't seen, but I think I haven't seen them because they're not as good, so I'm not really looking forward to those. But I also really enjoyed that tag match, so I'm excited to see that again.
The Steamboat and Youngblood versus the Briscoes.
Yeah, and the cage match is fun, so I guess I'm looking forward to most of the show.
Yeah. Me too. And for me, I'm most looking forward. I've seen the dog collar match a bunch, but I'm most looking forward to seeing it because it really is. It's a fantastic match. The either first or second best dog collar match I've ever seen, and one of the best violent matches I've ever seen. They didn't need 10, 20 different weapons and to do this and do that and barbed wire and all that. They just needed a chain connected to the dog collar, and they fuck each other up. So it's pretty interesting. And I do have an exciting note. At some point, I'm going to try and do some watch-alongs for Lucha Underground.
Yes.
Which, if you've never seen that show, I have just secured the box set.
Oh my god!
Of the entire run of Lucha Underground.
How much did that cost?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Don't worry about it. It's for the fans.
Yeah.
It's for the fans. You can write it off.
I can write it off. Fans. Yeah, all 4 seasons of Lucha Underground. So hopefully others of you have it out there. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on Apple TV. And I got to figure out when, but we will be doing some watch-alongs because if you've never seen Lucha Underground, it is it's wild.
Yeah, let me know. I gotta buy my box set now.
Yeah, it's on eBay. Before I tell you how much it is, I'll have to tell her. But it's on eBay, and the seller is reputable, and they have some left. And it's all 4 seasons. And if y'all have never seen Lucha Underground, there's this temple that they go into, and there's magic going on. And the belt is called like the Belt of the Gods or something. Like they're literal like wrestling gods watching over the competition. And they shoot the shit on movie cameras, and it's like a drama, and then a wrestling show, and Ricochet's on it, Swerve Strickland's on it, Penta El Zero Mieto's on it, Rey Mysterio's on it, etc. It's wild and fantastic, so I'm excited about that. But you'll hear more about that later, and we are going to get started on Starrcade 83. So on Peacock, it's Starrcade, Starrcade, CADE.
You can type it with 1 R and it still comes up.
Oh, okay. There you go. And it's the very first one, 1983. So, Dylan, are you ready?
Always.
All right. So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play. My mom's getting it for Christmas for me.
Oh, okay.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Well, then you won't be murdered tonight. Is that pleasant?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Gordon, the Assassins, managed by Paul Jones, and of course, Rufus R. Trey Jones, who is our Mid-Atlantic champ, and Bugsy.
Look at how I just want to talk about something real quick. The aesthetic of NWA wrestling compared to just WCW wrestling is so weird looking. Like this is such like backyard in a shed type of wrestling right here.
But I hear what you're saying. But it was big I mean, it was a big
No,
business.
this is a big NWA is a big thing.
I mean, they were making millions of dollars. This was big
Yeah.
shit in the South. This was NWA
Yeah.
Mid Atlantic. So if you don't know how it works, I'm not talking to you, Dylan. I'm talking to the fans.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
don't know how it works. The NWA was all over the country, and there'd be NWA Texas, NWA in Oregon, NWA Missouri, blah blah blah. And the NWA World Champion was a big deal, and all the NWA promoters from all over the country, they would get together and decide who the NWA champion was going to be, because they wanted to pick someone who was going to make money for all of them. And then there was an annual NWA meeting of the promoters, and that's where they would pick who was going to be world champion. And so the world champion would travel everywhere, and these other guys, they would stay in their promotions for a couple months and stuff until fans kind of maybe got a little tired of seeing them, and then move on to a different promotion. So the champion would move every night to a different place, but the rest of the wrestlers pretty much stayed where they were. And that's how the NWA worked. So it's pretty strange to how we know wrestling today, but that's before Vince McMahon bought up everything. He bought up all the NWA promotions except Mid-Atlantic here. The Crockett brothers in North Carolina owned NWA Mid-Atlantic, and they kept running. So they kind of became the NWA for several years.
It's interesting.
But they eventually sold, didn't they?
They eventually sold to Ted Turner, and it became WCW.
Yeah.
Right. They never sold out to McMahon.
But NWA also exists now, right? Billy Corgan
NWA
owns it?
exists now, and Billy Corgan owns it, correct. He bought the name. I'm not sure from whom he bought it. I guess it had to be Ted Turner or Time Warner Cable.
You mean Spectrum? Time Warner Cable doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, well, Time Warner is what I meant. But whatever that company became, when Time Warner and AOL merged, but Billy Corgan bought the name. But so here we have, this is in the masks are the assassins, Assassin 1 and Assassin 2. I'm not sure which is which. And then the faces are Rufus R. Jones and Bugsy McGraw.
Bugsy's in the ring.
Bugsy is the one dancing right now. I'm sorry. Rufus is the one dancing right now. Rufus Jones is dancing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying, Dylan. Where it looks
Hanky?
backyard hanky, but I don't know. I love the aesthetic. I mean, just look at it with those. Everything's dark. And this is how wrestling used to be shot. Everything was dark. You couldn't see the crowd. It wasn't to hide a bad crowd, because this was a fucking sellout. And there are 22,000 people there. But this is how wrestling was always shot. Just a light on the ring and nowhere else.
I tell you, Assassin number 2 probably
Is your favorite wrestler?
practices assassination of the chicken sandwiches over in the kitchen. That big bastard.
He was in the 93 show also as a manager.
Correct. Yep. He was...
in the first match, I think.
Who did he manage? He managed Paul Orndorff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was with Paul Orndorff and Paul Roma in Starrcade 93 that we saw last
The
week.
shittiest wrestler to date, Paul Roma.
He's not good. I liked him. He was one of my favorites when I was a kid. But
Why?
Because he was a four horseman.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know bad wrestling and good wrestling when I was a kid. I mean, I kind of did, but not like I do now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now you can watch Paul Roma for 2 minutes and he's gonna fuck something up. So I'm not trying to be mean, just that's the facts about Paul Roma.
You can't polish a turd.
It's true. Yeah.
Aww.
He had the look, but that was about it.
Can't polish a turd. I'm sorry. You could try to. It's gonna make your hands messy.
Gross.
It's true. And the wrestlers, not the guy who's talking right now, but the one who kind of has a voice like this, the play-by-play man, Gordon Solie, my favorite The guy's talking right now. My personal favorite wrestling announcer.
I like when Jonesy starts kind of dancing. I think that's funny.
Yeah, the fans love it.
I wonder if Dusty Rhodes took anything from that.
I'm not sure whose act came first, honestly, because Dusty's not on this show. He's on the next year's Starrcade,
Right.
but he's not on this one.
But he was still wrestling in 1983.
Yeah, he was wrestling.
Yeah.
He just wasn't in NWA Mid-Atlantic. Yeah. I like his style.
He whipped that big man across that ring, and when he hit that corner, he hit it with a full force of speed. He just about moved that ring around.
Yeah, a full Irish whip on him, put him down to the canvas. The assassin is having his problems here. He'll be getting up, I would assume, rather slowly, and he is coming up rather slowly at this point.
Does he have a weapon?
I'm not sure.
Oh, he was just holding his hand weird. No. Yeah, he did have a weapon.
I believe he did have a weapon.
Ripping across the eyes once again. It's difficult to tell whether he has an object in his hand or not. Apparently not, because I saw both hands open.
All right, and here now he's ripping and pulling at the eyes.
Yeah, did not see him stick it up his sleeve.
Yeah.
That'll take a big man and take him right down.
It's kind of a big miss for the announcer. Who's that manager over there?
Look at Rufus.
I'm not sure who the manager is. Rufus is weird. I like it.
Yeah. He reminds me a lot of Dusty.
Yeah, definitely.
That was some terrible selling.
That's pretty bad. Well, pretty bad punching.
Yeah.
Seen the reason you never heard of Bugsy McGraw before. Rufus is pretty cool though. And the Assassins, they were big heels. They were around forever.
I used to live with a cat named Rufus, and we named his belly his Schmoofus, and I feel like this Rufus also has a Schmoofus.
Yeah, he does.
The only Rufus I know is from King Possible.
Oh,
How about Rufus Wainwright?
is that it? That's
What?
it.
Rufus Wainwright, you know him? The musician?
Wow, the Assassins got the win. Wow.
Yeah, I love the
It
background.
looks like the holodeck.
Yeah. It looks like they're at a high school prom or a middle school dance.
Yeah.
Bob Caudle and
No,
Gordon
Rufus
Foley.
the naked mole rat that was with Kim Possible's best friend. The one dude with the blonde hair. No.
You're like 10 years younger than us still, and we did not watch the same cartoons growing up.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
I thought Kim Possible was an insurance agent.
I've heard of the show, but that's it.
What was that cartoon insurance agent? Oh, Aaron Insurance.
Aaron Insurance.
That's what I was thinking of. She got like red hair, Kim Possible? Yeah, okay.
She's a spot.
Are you turning your alarms off?
Okay, Bob Caudle, Gordon, thank you very much. And we are here in the dressing room. This is
Tony Schiavone. Oh, look at Schiavone.
It's looking sharp.
something you've probably never seen before in professional wrestling. We will be here in the dressing room between each and every match. We'll be talking to some of the winners. We'll be talking to some of the losers. We'll be talking to some of the people involved in Starrcade 83. As you can see right now behind me, some of the wrestlers are here. They're all excited. They
Look
will
at
be
Piper.
talking about the events coming
Piper
up.
and Rodman. Piper, Flair, and Steamboat.
And Harley Race of Flair for the gold.
We also saw Charlie Brown walk by. He was the masked man with the giant beard sticking out of his mask.
Into the ring to ask them how they feel about Starrcade 83.
He looks like a Peanuts character. Like, I know he's called Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
But, like, he looks like he would be like an old-timey 70s cartoon character.
You'll get a unique view that you've never seen before in professional
Yeah, I love it.
Just about ready for the
How they do these backstage bits here.
Well, I like that there's just like natural things happening in the background, and it's not just like people awkwardly standing next to each other interviewing every time.
Right.
One fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing first, in the quarter to my immediate left, from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 237 pounds.
Oh, no, okay. So that's Johnny Weaver there. Like I said, he was a legend near the end of his career here.
His team partner from the Sunshine State of Florida, weighing in at 216 pounds, Scott McGee. Their opponents, first from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 200.
Scott McGee.
There's Kevin Sullivan back there.
He doesn't look like he any younger than he does like 20 years later. How is
Yeah.
that possible?
He's more built.
Kinda. Not really.
And this bald guy is Gary Hart. He was a very hated manager.
No relation to the other Harts.
No relation.
No relation to Jimmy Hart, who's also not related to the other Harts.
No relation to that Hart either. No.
Okay. Any relation to Julia Hart? I have a lot of Harts in the wrestling. Biz.
That I don't know.
Kevin Hart, the comedian.
He is Kevin Hart's father, yes.
Makes sense.
Or grandfather, I don't know. There we go.
Grandfather twice removed.
Second generation wrestler and a tremendous competitor. By the way, Starrcade 83 is a copyright presentation of Chip and Carmen Promotions Incorporated. Any use of or any reproduction of this telecast is prohibited.
What's up with the face? What's up with the facial expressions from this guy?
Which guy? The heel?
Yeah, the guy that everybody fucking hates. He came
the
out. He's like,
The manager or the guy in the
the
ring?
guy in the black shorts, the one with
He's
the
tough.
hairline fading.
He's tough. He's got to show you he's a tough guy. Yeah, there's Johnny Weaver. He was one of my mom's favorite wrestlers.
In the red or
In the red there. Like you can see, he's older. He's an older man here.
He's got a Bing Crosby hair.
Okay. No,
Or
crisscross.
Ronald Reagan hair.
Yeah.
Scientific wrestlers around is Scott McGee and Johnny Weaver.
Is scientific wrestling and technical wrestling the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
The experience and background similar to that of Mark Lewin. Scott McGee and Kevin Sullivan, both of them.
Did that guy talk out of the side of his mouth? Is that why he's making that face?
I don't know.
I hope not.
I'm
Like
not. I don't
He's
know.
an
I don't know a lot
ugly-
about
he's
Mark.
an ugly version of Popeye.
I don't know a lot about Mark Lewin. Oh, that was cool.
Good moving by Scott McGee. And fans right here, let's set the stage for you a little bit during Starrcade 83. First, a flare for the goal. And that's Ric Flair.
I'm gonna crush ya. I'm gonna get taken here, Kevin.
Also, the World Tag Team Championship. That between
Oh wait, I'm very confused now. The two guys in black aren't a team together. They're on opposite sides?
Correct.
the United States Heavyweight Championship.
Well, that's confusing.
Well, the heels are a team, and then the faces are a team.
Yeah, but they shouldn't wear the same outfit if they're on opposite sides.
It's a little confusing, but they are in fact on opposite sides. Yes.
Because I wasn't paying that close attention when they first came out, apparently.
For understandable reasons, because it got entirely out of hand. Carlos Colon has come all the way here.
Because I was like, why are they wrestling each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is, of course, I've known Carlos Colon for years. He's a great competitor. But right now, Mark Lewin holding an advantage posture on Scott McGee. Scott McGee, who is in tremendous physical condition, no question about this. Here's a young fellow who, when he began his wrestling career as an amateur, didn't even have the niceties of hot showers.
How long is this show?
3 hours.
3 hours.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm checking my battery. I will probably not make it the whole 3 hours on my phone.
That's fine.
That was a terrible high knee.
Mm.
That guy needed to bend over more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How did he expect tiny Kevin Sullivan to reach his knee up to his face while he was standing at full height?
Maybe he didn't know what Sullivan was doing.
They don't talk to each other? I thought they talked.
I mean,
Well, you can't really hear the guy if he's talking out of the side of his mouth.
Good point.
You know, you hit him with a couple of vowels.
Has any wrestler ever had a Popeye-like gimmick where they had some sort of equivalent to spinach that they would consume partway through
This
the match
guy.
and then like Hulk up?
Did they would consume it?
That they would consume.
No, not that I know.
I would.
I'm sure
I'd
it
come out,
existed.
but I'd be. I
The Undertaker's urn kind of worked like that. He didn't consume it, though, right?
Right. No. They could have done that with like Macho Man and Slim Jims, but they did not do it.
Oh, that would have been really good ad placement.
Yeah.
Product placement, rather.
I would.
There we go.
I would do it with Taco Bell. I'd get down. I'd be knocked down. Someone would slip me a burrito. I'd take a couple bites.
I can see that.
Yeah, and I just start hulking up. You know.
The Bulldog? Nope. I used to go in high school. I ate at Taco Bell every day.
Listen, Taco Bell's the best. You get a nice burrito. You're living life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I would go and get 2 bean burritos every day. And
And I hate Taco Bell for this. Go ahead and finish your story, but I hate Taco Bell for what I'm about to tell you.
I was going to say, I went when they were giving away the first Xbox in 2001. And I would go every day, and they were giving away codes if you bought whatever. And I would get the codes, and then other people would throw them away. So I would go through the trash can and grab their codes that they threw away.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I put all these in on the computer, and I won an Xbox from Taco Bell. That was the end of the story. So that was awesome.
Dedication.
That
Taco
is
Bell on my
fucking
heart.
dedication.
I missed
Good
who
for
won.
you.
The
So
manager
they
just
used
took
to
out a
make-
knife.
They used to make these shredded chicken burritos, and they shredded chicken avocado ranch burritos.
Oh shit!
They were so good. No,
They used to have these black bean burrito bowls that had like
they still do.
no. These were like they had like corn salsa and
Oh no,
like actual guacamole, not like the goo, the green goo, but like actual like chunky guacamole where you could see the cilantro in it.
yeah.
It was good.
Ooh.
They had it for
What the
like
hell is he doing to his
though. I
teeth?
think no one ever
I don't
bought
know.
them. Oh
Who won
God.
this match?
Sullivan and Popeye.
Mm-hmm. No. Weaver and McGee won by disqualification.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just realized I had the book in my hand.
Yeah, I was like the Sullivan guy. But they used to make these shredded chicken burritos. I'd get like 12 of them. They were so good. It was $1. It was $1 a burrito. And they were so good, so fulfilling. I used to ask them to put like 6 of them, put in extra Fiesta strips, the corn chips, and the other 6 extra sauce, and it was so fucking good. Oh, and then they took them away. They took away shredded chicken. And I go, how dare you, Taco Bell? I literally didn't eat Taco Bell for 7 months because of that.
They
Yeah.
have good
So
sauce.
what?
They have good sauce. Their sauces
They
are
do.
good.
But now the only thing that's good at Taco Bell is like, I don't even know. It's like the same shit.
They have a limited number of vegetarian items.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I only eat now the vegetarian items from Taco Bell. I don't eat the ground beef because I used to eat it when I was younger, but it got me sick all the time. So I stopped eating it. And then the chicken was good. The shredded chicken was my favorite, but then they cut that out so that I went to the vegetarian stuff. So I do the black bean crunch wrap, which is always really good. The cheesy bean rice burrito is always good.
That's what I would.
I do.
Is
Yeah, I do the cheese quesadillas. I don't even do the chicken because the chicken for some reason tastes funny. And that
the sauce on the quesadilla is really good. Like
oh,
whatever
it's
they
the best.
it is so good.
You're making me want to DoorDash myself Taco Bell now.
It's a sharp looking suit Harley Race is wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is before he went blonde.
Mm-hmm.
He had ramen noodle hair later in life.
Oh look, Briscoe.
The Briscoes.
The Briscoes, yeah.
The last place on earth that I would want to be would be Greensboro.
So you know the original Briscoes?
Situation that I've got to face.
Yeah, Briscoe was a part of the Goon Squad for Vince McMahon
Oh, okay. So yeah.
with Pat Patterson
Mm-hmm.
during the 90s. They were the two jokers of Vince McMahon's squad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and then he became here. He's Jerry Briscoe, but he becomes known as Gerald. when
Right,
he's
Gerald.
a goon.
Please believe me, tonight, Flair, I know what your shortcomings are.
Now, if I could grow my hair into some like curls like that and grow my mustache into my nose, I think I'd be rocking that suit as well.
I like Harley Race. How he's a heel, but he's not out there like yelling and shit. You know, he's just like,
Yeah.
listen, Flair. You know, I like a very
you
understated
piece of
style.
Listen here, you blonde-headed piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
I saw him. Abdullah the Butch.
Carlos Colon.
he wore white to show off all the blood that's going to happen.
I think so.
Yeah, look at Carlos Colon. Holy shit. I know that name. Wow, look at him. Look at that fucking mammoth. Look at that fucking beast right there. That guy lives off of Taco Bell.
Oh, when I think it's trying to think of who was on this show.
He is on the show. He's in a tag match. isn't
Yes,
he?
I will. Yes, he is. I tried to hang it up, but it fell down twice.
Oh, would you like some assistance?
I'll figure it out.
We have fishing line. I would use fishing line.
There's the fork. There's the fork. There's the fork.
Really cold right now. I'm trying to face this.
I don't remember how bloody this match gets. I hope it gets
We
bloody.
did not
for
watch
Dylan.
this match.
Oh, we did? Yes, we did.
I don't think we did.
I think we did.
I don't think we did.
What Abdullah match have I seen then?
I don't know.
Carlos Colon, but as you say, he wanted him so bad, Gordon, he was ready to go anywhere to get him. And we're delighted that the fans back in Puerto Rico and San Juan are able to watch this match via satellite.
Well, we certainly want to say it's a
Abdullah looking pretty spry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play for our
Swift.
side.
Yeah,
He's young here, though.
he's
younger.
younger. Yeah. Here later in his career, he would not leave his feet like that. He wasn't doing no elbow drops.
Oh, I just noticed his shoes. That's cool. Did you see the toes?
Yes.
How cool? That's cool.
Points.
He's supposed to be from like the Middle East, you know, and
Yeah, Sudan.
I didn't know that. Where's he actually from?
probably like Georgia or some
Oh, he's
shit.
from New Orleans.
I don't know.
Bronx.
He's not.
Is he? No, he's not.
He's not from the Bronx.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
That's where he's
not.
living now.
No, but I mean like originally.
He's
from.
living in a pine box now.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's still alive.
Oh
He's
wait,
just
no.
not here.
Is he not dead?
We just saw.
He is from. Oh, this is kayfabe. Khartoum, Sudan.
We watched.
Windsor, Canada.
He's from Windsor, Canada, or he lives there
I
now?
don't believe that.
Windsor, Canada. He's born there.
I would believe that.
You
He's
would?
82 years old.
I said I would believe it. Yeah, I guess he's not dead, is he?
82.
Oh,
6 feet tall.
Did you watch the Dark Side of the Ring about him, Dylan?
Yes.
It was very.
That's how I found out about him.
Yeah.
he and I guess he talked about it on that. He and Mick Foley used to travel together when they were in WCW together.
Yeah.
Oh, Abdullah's bloody. The ref showing a lot of discretion here.
Like by allowing a fork.
I'm not sure. Is that a fork?
It's either a fork
Yep.
or a plastic knife.
Yeah.
The fork.
Ugh.
Yeah, Abdullah here, 1983, does not show the scars that he has today. Today, his forehead looks like a fucking, like a farming tract.
Those are called tram lines. I learned that from my farming show I watch.
Looks like a tram lines in his forehead then.
It's to allow the tractor or the sprayer to drive down and spray both sides without overlapping.
Abdullah the Butcher really liked Carlos Colon.
He really liked him, you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
He watched a lot of his stuff before going into oh,
You can see why.
Before.
His punches look good.
no, he was very popular in the Caribbean, Carlos
Mhm.
Colon.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, he's leaving.
Yeah,
like
Abdullah studied him and was honored to wrestle him. Because he wrestled Carlos a few times, actually.
hmm
Abdullah said that the first time that he wrestled him, he goes, he was nervous. He was like, oh, I was going to go say hi to him and this thing, but he felt like, he was a movie star in Puerto Rico. He was like a movie star. I didn't want to bother him, so I didn't do anything. And then when he saw me in the hallway, he goes, good luck, kid. We're going to make magic out there.
That's it.
Did Abdullah pin him? Or was
Yeah,
it just
Abdullah
one?
won.
Oh, he's touching his bloody head. I love these
Suits.
old suits.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, glorious.
I'm sorry that wasn't longer for you, Dylan.
No, that's more than enough. That was more than enough for me. To watch Abdullah work like that was great.
Mosca and Angelo, you got that World Tag Team Championship match that you referee.
Enough.
Now can you referee that match? Referee this match. That boy that I saw out there tonight.
He does not talk out of one side of his mouth. Mystery solved.
I saw that Crimson Rick. It reminded me of a 21-year-old boy called my son. So, Mark Lewin, I felt the wrath of that.
What?
That's all it did was get my lifeblood in an uproar. Because when I was carrying that young 21-year-old boy back to the dressing room, I said there's no place in the NWA or professional wrestling for these acts. I've done a lot of nasty acts in my time, but I've never been a malicious man. I have humanity in heart. For youth. That youth is what makes our professional wrestling go.
Humanity and heart.
These words,
Oh my God.
just remember, blood is thicker than water.
They made that poor guy spend all that time with blood covering his face.
Yeah, that's not the guy who was talking out the side of his mouth, babe. That's Angelo Mosca.
Oh.
The other guy's dead. The other one's dead. He took a fucking headshot in Call of Duty.
I thought that was the guy who was this. What match was he in? The Assassin's match?
He's been in a match.
Why is he so sweaty and covered in blood?
It's probably hot in there.
What about the blood part?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm here with Ann and Jean, who came from Raleigh, South Carolina. Was it worth the drive?
Raleigh, North Carolina lady.
Y'all go to wrestling matches a lot. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Raleigh, South Carolina.
And who do you
I'm with Taylor and Jeannie from South Carolina.
North Carolina, South Carolina.
Now let's go to Tom Miller.
She's somewhere. They're both from around here, I think.
Oh, here we go now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So you're gonna bust it out?
Oh, yeah. I will.
Oh, whoa. Look at this. This is a costume competition?
So this Chief Wahoo McDaniel, I have an autographed tomahawk here
Oh, wow.
to Asa from Chief Wahoo McDaniel.
Wow.
I just wanted to share that. It's going to go on the wall back here. Actually, I found it yesterday when I was going through some stuff. Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
He had really neat handwriting. Like it's,
Yeah, he
it's
does.
almost like a font. Like it looks very
Yeah.
artistic.
Bobo Orton.
Okay.
Dick Slater.
Read what it says. To Asa, best wishes, Chief Wahoo.
Chief Wahoo.
Yes. That's
Look, there's blood still in the ring.
Shot Chief Wahoo.
Look at all of Abdullah's blood still in the ring.
Yeah.
They get to wrestle in that. It's hot.
Yeah, they weren't changing any mats back then.
Oh, your mic's out. Someone pay him. Someone get the guy a new mic. Quick audio failure. There it is. Oh, Dusty.
Yeah, I don't know what
Dusty's
role he
coming
played.
out.
Of the Starrcade 83, the Flair for the Gold, a match between Ric Flair and Harley Race.
Oh, that's the role he plays.
What?
He's going to challenge the winner.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know where Dusty is, but I think we'll see him at some point. Yeah, Wahoo
Doing a plumbing
McDaniel.
job.
Wahoo McDaniel was an NFL player, and then he became a wrestler.
New York Jets. Yeah, he was just saying.
There's Dirty Dick in there.
Dirty Dick. What a fucking name.
That's the way
You
to
know
make
there was no-
you feel and that no one cheers for you. Name yourself Dirty Dick.
Mm-hmm. Make it very clear that you're a heel.
Makes Dirty Dom seem not so bad.
Yeah. And there's Dirty Dick. There's Dirty Dutch Mantel, and now we have Dirty Dom.
All together, they make the Dirty Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Their MO is not bathing.
They want their opponents to keep away from them so they don't bathe.
No bathing.
I should have done that with a pit stop.
Yeah.
Their MO is no bathing, no showers. Our smell is the thing that devours.
Yeah, so here we got Chief Wahoo McDaniel, and in there right now, the face in there in the red is Mark Youngblood. And then Dirty Dick is in the blue, and Cowboy Bob Orton is in the red out there.
Wait, who's wrestling with Ricky Steamboat then?
That's later. Jay Youngblood.
Are they related to Youngbloods?
I believe so.
Okay. I knew he was wrestling with a Youngblood. That's why I was confused. I thought maybe this guy had two matches, but he didn't look familiar.
Yeah, whether it's a Pier 6 brawl or straight wrestling. Either way you want to go with Slater, he'll go. He just doesn't care. But try for a.
The guy in the blue trunks kind of looks like John C. Reilly a little bit.
Yes, he does.
Whoop. Dirty Dick.
Oh, is that the NWA rule?
Yeah.
Didn't people just pretend to get thrown over the top rope all the time?
I don't think so. That would have made it for very uninteresting for fans, you know. I think he kind of looks like the bad guy karate teacher in The Karate Kid.
Never seen The Karate Kid.
Oh my fucking God. Are you fucking serious?
You're going to have to add an extra day to your trip just so we can show you all the movies that you need to have
Oh
seen.
my God. We should just have a double feature and do Ghostbusters and The Karate Kid.
We don't
Works for
remember.
me.
We got it somewhere.
Okay.
We got it somewhere.
Hey, Santo, what's up, man?
Santo!
World Championship Wreckage. Just found this guy on TikTok. He's out. He's out
Oh,
of
yeah, he's a
Charlotte.
friend of mine.
I saw that. Yeah, he's out
Yeah.
of Charlotte, and I figured, well, let's see. And I invited him to come, come watch, and he looked like they had some cool content. I haven't gotten to check any of it out yet, but it looked like they had some cool content.
They have a podcast that I listen to and watch. They also they do watch-alongs as well. I think they've done a couple of retro watch-alongs as well in their time. One of them, if I believe I'm saying the right people's name, one of their buddies that works for them came on my podcast a while back.
Mm-hmm.
The American Dream. He was a great guy. I mean, we still talk. So
It's a great name, World Championship Wreckage. I like it.
yeah, it's a really dope name. It's a good way. It's a good play on words for WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get in touch with them and see what's up with them. And
very cool guys. I follow them on TikTok. I follow them on Twitter, and yeah, very very good guys. I know. I gotta get them on the podcast next year. All of them.
how many of them are there? You said all
Three.
of them. Oh, okay.
3. Yeah, you definitely gotta check out their YouTube channel. You'll like it.
I'm gonna check it out. I saw that they did some NWA stuff of their own. Actually,
Yes.
So that's cool. Not a lot of people doing that.
No.
Dirty Dick.
Dirty Dick.
If someone tried to
Hard right
pin me
hand.
in a puddle of Abdullah's blood, that would be like the hardest kick out ever. Like, get me out of this man's blood.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
wrestling,
I'd be making noises in my kickouts.
wrestling not very medically
Sanitary?
safe back then. No, they weren't cleaning up. They weren't putting on gloves for the refs. They weren't changing the mats. None of that shit. It's surprising they didn't have more breakouts of disease. I mean, seriously, Abdullah is said to spread, what was it?
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis, yeah. Yeah. But I haven't heard
Yeah,
too
but
many
especially,
stories like that.
All the, I'm assuming unprotected sex that these guys were having back
Yeah.
then. Like, this is the 80s, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's crazy.
It's shocking.
Plus all the drugs they did. I mean, not that they were doing, like, needle drugs.
Heroin was not a big wrestling drug.
Okay, yeah.
No. I think the cocaine was pretty big in the 80s. Speed, cocaine.
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 I like that name.
Pot, I think, was pretty
Yes, the good old magical plant. The plantal plant.
Pot's legal in New York, isn't it? That's crazy. We're so goddamn far behind down here.
I celebrated.
Virginia, it's legal. Isn't
Virginia, it's legal, yeah, but not North
it? So you
Carolina.
just have to drive like 2 hours.
Drive 2 hours, smoke a joint, drive home.
Yeah, I guess that's not safe.
When you come to Long Island, we'll get you hooked up.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't
It'd be so
anymore.
weird. I don't anymore. No,
I don't. It gives me bad panic attacks.
me too. The last times I was doing it, it kind of made me very
Yeah,
anxious.
I was having a heart
Very,
attack.
very anxious. Yeah.
Mine was like 2.5 hours. I was freaking out. I thought my heart was gonna fucking stop. So, and that was, you know what's funny? That was a week and a half before I started the podcast. In this year. Yeah.
That.
Everything changed once I started the podcast.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
everything.
It's a good outlet for your crazy.
Yeah, well, now this is how I get high.
Yeah.
Because I watch wrestling. I watch wrestling and make wrestling content.
Dig it. Bam. So this is the first match I'm not really that into. Personally.
Yeah, Bob Orton's. I wish I saw more Bob.
Yeah, I was
in
just
the
saying,
ring.
Hasn't been in much.
He's been in a little. I mean, I like it. It's not a bad match. It's just, let's pick up the pace a little, guys. It's a tag match. You can go fast paced. Let's see it. Here comes Orton. Oh. The rest of it I've really enjoyed, though. I do like Chief Wahoo. Those slaps, those chops, rather, he was not fucking around with those chops. He was known to have the stiffest chops in the business back in his day.
Well, now I think it's
what the announcer just said, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Manhattan drop. Right, those two little Wahoos.
God, Bob Orton and Randy Orton selling is so similar.
Yeah. I think his dad taught him a lot. I mean, of course,
Yeah, he's a legend. Bob Orton's a great athlete.
Mm-hmm. Wahoo's looking good.
Chief Wahoo. Kind of like the Yahoo commercial.
Bam. I tell you one thing, these guys are so much better at selling than people nowadays.
Yeah.
I think part of that is like they're not doing as complicated moves offensively, and so their concentration doesn't need to be as offense focused.
I think that would be an easy excuse, but you can still take the time to sell.
No, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think it's an excuse. Is that you could and should still take the time to sell, no matter what you're doing offensively. Because if you're not selling, none of what you're doing offensively really matters.
Yeah, but if I was the opponent, I would rather they make sure that they're not going to murder me on their offense, like that they're being safe and careful. Then they're like selling my shit,
Yeah, but you can do
both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do both. So.
Wow, that's Randy's move.
What was that?
That knee and elbow and the head shake was all Randy Orton.
Oh. In the North, they thought the Southern style was too silly and exaggerated, and in the South, they thought the Northern style was too boring.
Whose style did WWF like most emulate once they bought up all the regions?
The North.
The North.
Yeah, I mean they were the North, you know.
Oh, okay. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, was like their region originally Connecticut?
New York.
Oh, okay.
That's why a lot of people still refer
New
to
York.
New York.
Greatest.
Even though they're in Connecticut, people will still say New York, just meaning WWE.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the
CM
heels.
Punk was at NXT Deadline last night.
I saw that.
So there was a picture.
Oh shit.
It was a picture of him at Titan Towers, the new Titan Towers. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, what's there to do at Bridgeport? So Wolf sent that in the group chat on Twitter.
Mhm.
I was like, I saw this. He's way too close to me. Please tell him to leave.
Oh.
Oh.
Mind you, it's like a 2.5 hour boat ride. That's all he really is.
Yeah, so I came and kissed up to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, we're wearing a hard fucking hoodie.
Yeah.
Literally evicted from the area. There's no question about the fact that he's been
Yeah, the heels won here.
not a broken arm. Certainly the biceps and triceps could have been torn.
For those of you that are just joining us, we are at 48 minutes and 57 seconds.
And of course, everybody gearing toward right now. Let's go to Tony Schiavone.
Well, we're back in the dressing room with.
Has anybody not noticed the voice? If we remember the original intro for WWE in the early 2005 for WWE, Don't Try This at Home, where it'd be like, we promised you a great match. That's the same voice.
That was the announcer.
Yeah, it's the same voice.
I believe it. Everybody thought he was the best announcer until JR came along.
JR is great.
And now he is great, but I like Gordon Soley better personally. But that's just a matter of opinion, really.
Yeah.
Because
See, I only know JR. I never knew the other one. So I'm always going to say JR.
I like Bobby the Brain.
Yeah, Bobby the Brain's
Bobby
the
the
best
Brain's
heel
good.
announcer. No
I
question.
like Gorilla Monsoon as well. I would say Gorilla's probably like my second, and then, or no, my third, and then Bobby would be my two.
I liked when Randy did.
Randy
commentary,
Savage.
yeah.
He was a great announcer.
Yeah, Randy Savage was funny.
God, he sounds like he's gonna fall asleep while he's talking.
Yeah.
He's gonna make me fall asleep.
There's no way he's related to that other young blood. They don't look anything alike. Maybe they do. Never mind. I take it back. I think the other one just had a perm.
To show you right now.
Cut out the highlights. Here we go.
Everybody,
Thanks so much.
It definitely.
It's a big thrill to be in such a great.
All right, we cut her out. He's out.
Oh, I remember this from when we watched it before. They like recap what he said, I think, and then they go to him again later.
Explaining how he feels about being here tonight, and obviously he is here to challenge the winner of this World Heavyweight Championship match, Dusty Rhodes, 2 times World Heavyweight Champion, American
Plug this in.
and he is good Barbara Mary.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are experiencing a bit of audio problems. We'll try and get this interview back for you a little bit later on. Everybody remember, wrestling history to be made. And again, Dusty Rhodes said it all, though. Wrestling history is being made here tonight at the Greensboro.
That sucks. Out of all the times for the mic to go out when Dusty Rhodes is talking.
One of you, Rick. Flair for the.
Well, if you can read his lips, you can tell what he's saying.
But walking back up to the buck. He's over there with such a good time, bro. He said he's got to go back up. We're not.
Well, if you can read his lips, you can tell what he's saying.
Because he's got Dusty Rhodes to deal with.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is a one-fall match with a 60-minute time limit.
Oh, yeah.
So this match
Great promo. Great promo.
will be on
Next time, invest in that audio equipment.
of Charlie Brown.
Goes a long way.
Introducing first,
Oh, belt versus mask.
242 pounds, Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
And now, the NWA television champion,
Look at Charlie Brown. He looks like Cousin It.
Yeah.
trainer and advisor Gary Hart, weighing in at 235 pounds, from Singapore, the great Kabuki.
Yeah, they said for the first 15 minutes of the match, the television title is on the line against Charlie Brown's mask.
For the first one?
15 minutes of the match.
Weird.
That is weird. So if it goes longer than 15
How the
minutes,
hell
mask
is
is no
this guy
longer.
going to wrestle in that mask?
He's got a handful of problems, as you said.
He's spitting the mist. I don't know. He'll figure it out. I don't think he wrestles in it. Yeah. Were you talking about Charlie Brown or Kabuki?
Kabook.
Oh, okay. Kabuki. This should be an interesting one here. Kabuki, the television champion.
Cousin It versus Kabuki. He has the hair of Santa Claus. Old downtown Charlie Brown.
Hmm.
Hey! Right in the little Kenobis.
The little Kenobis.
Cannolis, he said.
Oh, cannolis. Oh, dear.
And I'm right in the piece of deal.
Is that Italian?
Mm-hmm. His dirty dick.
Where?
No, that's what he hit him in.
Oh.
His dirty dick. Piece of deal.
Yes, sir. I'd like to have the linguine.
I hope when you come to Long Island, you talk to somebody like that.
Hey, what you want to order? Thanks, sir. I'm from North Carolina. I'd like to have some of that spaghetti with meat sauce.
I'd like to thank you again, Dylan, for sending him that video. It's been delightful to live with.
I love that I sent him that video. Now I gotta look and see. Was it on TikTok that I
I think it
sent
was
it to
you.
you on?
I think so. Yeah.
Who else would have sent it to you?
I
if
think it
not
was him.
Dylan?
That's
Yeah.
true. I think it was him.
Yeah, only I would send you some
I can't
love.
remember if it was on Twitter or TikTok. Yeah, I'd like to have a plate of gabagool.
Yeah, TikTok.
I want some gabagool. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's funny.
Get it, carbonara.
That's funny to me.
I saw that and I go because I just listened to the episode where you were talking in Italian on your podcast.
Oh
Or
yeah,
trying to talk while you were trying to talk in the New York accent. And then
Yeah.
I saw that video and I was like, oh, it's perfect timing. Perfect timing.
It's a goofball.
he doesn't like my accents.
That's one of his least offensive accents. You, and when you're in real person, in real life, can hear the ones that he's not allowed to do while on the air.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get us canceled.
That's funny. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. And we're going to Olive Garden. That's I think the highlight of the whole fucking trip. Is we're going to Olive Garden, and I hope to God he talks to the waitress or waiter in that voice to order. It's like I'm gonna order for everybody here. All right, this guy's gonna have the spaghetti.
Lasagna is my favorite one that he says because it's like, what on earth are you even trying to say?
You should do it.
No,
Do
You
it.
should do it.
Do it.
I'll do it after you do it.
Lasagna.
Never mind. I just wanted to hear you say it. It's like your Serpentor saying the word lasagna.
I love my mini fridge. I know I keep talking about this goddamn thing, but
Yeah.
man, oh man, so worth it. So worth every dollar.
What you got in it today?
I got in liquid death water, melon, and mango chainsaw is what they're called.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sparkling water, but they have some very funky names.
What is that one flavor? Melon and
No,
mango.
two
sauce?
two
Okay,
different
melon.
ones. Yep.
Sounds
And
like
then
a Jamaican grunge band.
Yeah, mango chainsaw.
Mango chainsaw.
Yeah, it's actually really good. That's probably my
I
favorite
thought
liquid
melon
death flavor.
is just called melon, but mango gets a chainsaw added to it.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, well, what are we going to call the watermelon one? Melon.
Kabuki's got the iron claw on Charlie Brown.
It's not a very good iron claw. It looks like he's just holding his head. He doesn't even have like the claw part of it. Yes, thank you. Well, it actually feels kind of nice.
How's that
Look at this. Look at this iron claw. It's like you're giving the holy sacrament.
I feel very blessed.
All you need is a little body of Christ and the wine.
Yeah.
You'll be good to go. Yeah, it keeps the drink so cold. It's fucking wild, man. I didn't think this little box would be able to do that.
I guess it makes sense. It would be easier to keep a smaller thing cold, you know, than a big
Yeah.
fridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say I put a 2 liter of Coke in our fridge like 2 hours ago, and it's like barely chilled.
Kabuki on the
You need a
top
Call
row.
of Duty Warzone cooler.
Claw.
That's what you need.
Charlie Brown's shaking.
Well, he's from out of town.
He's shutting down his central nervous system here.
Yeah.
Oh, his elbow looks really weird.
See the intensity on Gary Hart's face. He realizes what's at stake here.
I can't tell if he's shaking or if he's like trying to get his dancing started.
Probably a little bit of both.
Does Charlie Brown dance?
He's been dancing all match.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Been dancing around the ring. What have you been watching?
I was watching you guys talk about the video. I also went and got a snack and a drink.
Back to the top. Back to the claw. Oh no, just a chop.
Aya!
He's going.
Oh, that's what you're calling dancing?
No, he's been like dancing around the ring. What's been the best match so far?
The first match was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. First match was good. The Assassins versus
The Assassins.
the Assassins match was pretty good.
Rufus Jones and Bugsy McGraw.
Yeah, that was good. And then I liked Abdullah. I was happy with what I got from Abdullah the Butcher.
Damn.
This match is pretty good so far. I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying it.
I like it. It's a slow pace, but I like it.
I just wish Bob Orton wrestled more in that tag match.
Yeah.
And I would have been happy with that one.
Yeah, I've liked all the matches, honestly, except that last tag match didn't get going until the end, really.
Yeah.
Very slow-paced match.
You know what Charlie Brown looks like? I figured it out. You know Crumb, the cartoonist?
Yeah.
He looks like if Crumb drew a wrestler.
Yeah. Bam! Nice elbow drop. That's it. New television champion.
Crowd loves Charlie Brown.
They really do.
It's Charlie Brown. Who doesn't love Charlie Brown at Christmas time? What are you, like an alien? Are you from planet Earth?
Charlie Brown all year long.
We got
All
three.
right, I'm gonna go get that mango chainsaw. I'll be right back.
We got 3 matches left here.
All right, I'm hurrying.
Oh, Kabuki retains the title.
Because it was after 15
It was
minutes.
after 15 minutes, yeah.
Oh. That looks like David from Frasier. Who is that?
I don't know. All right, bye.
Maybe it's from a radio station?
That's his.
Yeah.
G105 is still a station. Here.
Oh.
Bringing a whole new era to professional wrestling. And for those of you who are watching tonight, you are watching history in the making. No question.
105.7?
And later on, you're
One.
going to see it.
I don't listen to that.
No question about that. Ric Flair against Harley Race. Popular seems to be. You can't count a man down who's become a living legend who has won that World Heavyweight Championship on 7 different occasions. No other man in the history of the
Who's that guy talking?
has accomplished that.
Gordon Soley. That's my favorite announcer.
Oh, and who's the other guy?
Bob Caudle.
Plus, the tag team championship match. World tag team title's going to be at stake. And what I am most anxious to see in fans, I know if you've never seen one, you'll never see it.
Really like that velvet jacket.
Mhm.
I want to pet it.
There you go, Roddy Piper, and I can only say one thing about Roddy Piper. Yeah, here's a man who's been an island unto himself, but I'll never forget what he did.
What 3 matches are left? I know the main event.
They've just been talking about it.
No, but what's the third one? Or 2 of them.
The world title match, the world tag team title match, the U.S. title match.
Tag team is what I forgot.
All right, I'm back. So this is the Liquid Death chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
This is called Convicted Melon. I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know if there was a lot of thought behind that one, or a little bit of second guessing. We're gonna try the melon one because I've had the mango. I thought they were in my mini fridge, but they weren't. So I had to run down.
We'd have got Flair and put him back in the hospital again. But the cold hard fact of the matter is Flair does have his match. But like I just said, 7-time world champion, Harley Race, with the information he's gathered from men like Dick Slater and myself, I feel like he will have no more trouble beating Ric Flair than we just did Walter McDaniels. I think we turned his arm into mush.
The thing about it is, Flair is not on a hot water yet. He just wants here to be the world's heavyweight champion. Be
Yeah.
some of the toughest matches. Of course, they might have to go in a cage match, Hardy. I look at it like Jimmy Crockett, National Wrestling Alliance.
Woo, that's Melanie.
It's because they figured Bob Orton Jr., Dick Slater, and Harley Race would conspire to put Ric Flair out again.
They were saying Slater and Orton had attacked Flair because Race gave them $25,000 and he went to the hospital several months back.
Let me say this.
Damn.
You, Ric Flair, I know you're watching, just like I watched a few minutes ago. Here, I'm with the two people that probably know you better than you know yourself. This, right now, this picture of the three, you remember when I hit that ring. You remember when we spiked your head and piled driver into that canvas. And I'm coming for that neck, buddy. That's my whole ball game all night long. Is your neck and the elimination of Ric Flair.
Fans, you heard it from the dressing room of the world's heavyweight champion. Now let's go to Barbara Clary out in the Greensboro Coliseum.
With Flair.
There we go.
Watching and waiting to see the outcome of the big Race Flair match, but the man next to me wants to do more than watch. He wants to issue a challenge.
You know, here on the biggest event in the history of wrestling, Dusty Rhodes Dream. Anywhere that there has been a big event in the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, Dusty Rhodes Dream, 2 times world heavyweight champion, is here. They have asked me many questions.
Unaware.
I'm pointing down, challenging the winner of this match to meet Dusty Rhodes, so I can be 3rd time world heavyweight champion once again. But the thing that is really pressing is who will win this match. Harley Race, the folk hero, 7 times world heavyweight champion, a man known all over the world with stamina and just complete drive and guts right inside him to be 7 times world heavyweight champion. And the nature boy, Ric Flair, right here at his home place. Yes, that all his home people around him. A Flair for the goal. Starrcade 83. For me to pick a winner, either one, I can handle the situation for the 3rd time. I want to make that challenge right now, but I'm going to go right on a limb. And I'm going to say just real easy.
Either one.
The legend cannot be denied. And you know who the folk hero is. Harley Race. Starrcade 83, I'm coming for you when this one's over, Daddy. The Man of Steel, Dusty Rhodes. Power to
I can't believe he's from Texas. He sounds like he's from New Orleans, you
Yeah,
know?
no.
He sounds
Yeah.
like, what's that, What a Night guy?
Now back
What's the what?
Dr. John. He sounds like
Oh,
Dr. John.
Yeah. And I'm going to handle it for the 3rd time.
That was a good one. That's a good impression.
I guess, is it such a night? Such a
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Oh, it's a dog collar match.
There we go. Yep.
Yes.
This event has no disqualification and no time limit.
So we got 2 more matches left after this.
Yep.
Introducing first, in the corner to my left, from Scotland, weighing in at 242 pounds.
Yeah, if you're watching, we're at 1. Man, they're gonna be long matches.
And now,
We're at 1:10:56.
weighing in at 240 pounds, the United States heavyweight champion, the man with the bionic elbow, Greg Valentine.
Greg Valentine doesn't know where he's at. In that picture.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Greg Valentine, very underrated worker.
A collar is being applied now. 2 opponents, the U.S. heavyweight championship goes on the line. It was Piper who lost that title to Valentine. Suffered a severe injury to his ear. In this match now, 1 fall to a finish. No disqualification, Bob. I can only think here, and as I said earlier, it is not my position or your position to become subjective,
You know, when you're
to
sick.
remain objective, but sentimentally, I certainly am along with Roddy Piper.
No doubt. And Gordon, I think so many of the fans feel the same way about it. I can't help but think what a dangerous match this is. That chain, it's a huge, heavy chain. The links in it are very large. It's about like what we used to call, and a lot of you may be familiar with it, a cow chain. There you see just the size of that chain with a collar now, very much like a collar that goes around a pit bull, and it's got staves on that collar. Gordon, I think that this chain can be used so many ways as a weapon. It can be wrapped around an opponent's
On that
arm or
collar?
his leg. It can injure him severely
What's a
that way.
stave?
It can be put around his fist.
The links, maybe.
As some type of nuts. He can be hit with that chain. It can be
You said
used as a
stave?
weapon.
Oh.
Several ways that they can use this. I think it's got to be the most dangerous match that I've ever heard of in professional
Is that your
wrestling.
Santa?
Certainly
That's my Santa.
about the danger of this event, and
Oh.
the other thing that bothers me.
Santa.
Is sure.
Hey, Santa.
Hey.
Actually belongs back in the ring. He's
What's up with the no white beard, no white hair?
equilibrium.
Not that jolly.
Uh,
He's an unhappy Santa.
I'm fine.
against him here
I'm
tonight.
fine.
I'm
I'll tell
fine.
you one thing,
The fine Santa.
Yeah.
and I've said it before, I'll say it again, who can become an island unto
There we
itself.
go. This is a good one here.
Battle of wills and strength
The Battle of the
between these
Necks.
And right away now,
Who
you
is
can
next?
Battle of the Necks. Hey, yo.
The knee can be severely injured with a jerk or a twist or something with his collar around it. As they started out as sort of like a tug of war here with the chains around the neck, Gordon.
Well, I think the description of two pit bulls was quite adequate. It certainly describes the temperament of these two men. But of course, the gold is riding on it as well.
And here is Roddy Piper now reaching out. He's pulling that chain in and walking and moving up that chain. Valentine putting some length of it as they come close to each other. But look at the link in Roddy Piper's exactly as the whip as we had talked about. And Piper had several links of that chain down. The whip across the arm.
All right, once again, it is Roddy Piper scoring the, you might say, in a sense, the first psychological victory. And so it is Piper who is gathering the links of
Greg
his
Valentine
chain
looks
and
like he has no neck.
putting them into a whip formation in his hand. And now it is...
Oh, and Valentine went to the head, and Piper saw that coming just in the nick of time to duck under it. Look at him driving again at the head. Gordon, this is a match that promoter Jim Crockett had said time and time again
Bailey, what are you doing?
that he would not sanction it. It was a match that Roddy Piper stayed on top of. He pushed it and he pushed it. He kept on. The fans insisted and insisted that the match be held. And finally, promoter Jim Crockett gave in and signed it. But fans, you're watching right now. I can't imagine two men linked together like this in Mortal Kombat.
Rather you talk about combat, they're starting to exchange right hands now. They forget about chains and everything else. It was just some clubbing, hard right hands. Well, I must say, Jim Crockett has proven tonight, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he is certainly a pioneer in a brand new era of professional wrestling. And we're seeing a graphic example of all of this tonight. And I might also point out, catches him again, and it is Piper closing in.
And now he's got
I love Piper.
Yeah.
One of my faves. Oh.
Have you seen They Live, Dylan?
No.
It's good. Do you know what I'm talking about? The horror movie with Roddy Piper in it?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, where he's like, I'm here to do two things.
Mm-hmm.
Chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Have you seen it?
No, I've only seen that one part.
It's fantastic.
I guess I'm going to have to stay an extra day.
It's a John Carpenter movie. It's really
Okay,
good.
I like Carpenter.
It's my favorite Carpenter besides Halloween.
Greg Valentine punishing Roddy Piper, using that chain now as a pair of brass nuts.
Like after Halloween 1, it's your favorite?
Yeah.
What about Halloween 3?
Carpenter didn't do Halloween 3.
Oh, who did Halloween 3?
I forget.
Let me point out Gordon right here.
No, Carpenter did 1 and 2 and 7.
The match cannot be stopped.
Which one is 7?
Halloween H2O.
And look at the chain now wrapped around Roddy Piper's eyes, around his head, and around his throat.
Piper had a lot of problems here, no question. Piper's got a handful of problems, and it is Valentine punishing Piper. Piper unable to see due to the chains across his eyes, And what worries me is that Valentine is concentrating, going back to that ear.
That's right.
And if he can destroy the equilibrium of Roddy Piper, he's going to.
Yeah, Greg Valentine. You know, we're all sitting here talking about Roddy Piper. It's weird. Greg Valentine, very good wrestler. I've never heard anyone mention him. No one's ever like, you know who I like? Greg Valentine. You know who my favorite is? Greg the Hammer.
Greg the Hammer.
The pressure here, he had it his own way for a while, but now Piper repaying him in time.
Wrapped around the nose and around the mouth. And Piper hits him with a fist right on the chain while it's around the face. The injury that you can receive from this chain are just untold. As these two men are going at it tooth and nail. Now Piper with a chain wrapped around, and he's got Valentine in the corner. He's going to hold him there, and he's hoping he can come out.
He's using it like a winch now.
That's right, he's got him tied to the corner. And with the wire around the chain, he's got the leverage.
He has got full leverage now on Greg Valentine, and Piper is quickly closing in on it. So the
I'm trying to get Teal on the podcast next year.
Trying to get what?
His daughter.
Oh, yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
How did you have you invited her yet, or you just...
No, I just followed her on Instagram like a couple days ago. I'm still trying to figure out my January right now because there's the main eventers that are coming on. And then like I got a couple other people already coming on in January, so plus I'm trying to book the pay-per-views for January like ahead of time. That's what that's why like come Christmas, that Sunday, Monday, I'm not doing anything unless you guys are doing a watch along. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna do all of my preparing for 2024.
Oh, might do something Christmas Eve that Sunday. In the day, it's a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Christmas Eve is Sunday. Christmas Day is
So you would
Monday.
do a Starrcade on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, let me know. I'm down.
Nobody owns that though.
What movie?
She said Santa Sleigh with Bill Goldberg as the murderous Santa.
Let's see how much it is.
It's probably a little bit. I'm gonna say like $17. That's my guess.
No.
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 Was he fully recovered, and could he take the punishment back to that ear? Greg Valentine was totally aware.
10.
Okay.
I get rented for $4.
For everything that he's got now.
But see, if we do a watch along, nobody owns that. We could still do it.
They can rent it if they want.
They can rent it. That's true. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun, actually.
Okay.
I mean, let's do that.
Wear your Santa
Maybe.
hat.
Maybe. That movie's a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's totally ridiculous.
Yeah, it's $4 on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'll just rent it for the day.
That would be pretty fun. I will think about it. That would be a lot of fun. We could advertise it and make sure people know where to rent it from and stuff.
Yeah, YouTube, Hulu.
Yeah.
YouTube's the cheapest. YouTube's $4. Google Play is $4. If you have Hulu, you could watch it for free, part of the premium. You could also watch it on Fubo.
You make that up?
Fubo?
Fubu?
No, it's a real thing. It's just like a YouTube TV. It covers NBC, Fox, ESPN, FS1, HGTV, MSG. $75 a month.
Both these guys are bloody messes now.
See, they're also wearing matching gear. What's up with that?
Yeah, that threw me off too.
Don't care for it.
Just refuses to quit, refuses to give in to Valentine. But he
I can't believe Bill Goldberg is Santa Claus, a murderous Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's
It's
fun.
good.
It's very fun.
Well, it's like bad good.
I mean,
But
it's a
also-
comedy.
also good
It's a
good.
comedy.
Yeah,
Like, it's
funny.
supposed to be funny.
I mean, if you don't want to do a watch along for the public, we could just do a watch along. Three
That's
of
true.
us,
That's true.
because I'm willing to rent it.
It's fun. It's
I mean, we can
fun.
just do a broadcast watch along, and if people want to rent it, awesome. And if not, we still had fun doing it.
Right.
It doesn't cost us
Yeah.
anything
Yeah,
except
yeah,
for the $4 Dylan's gonna pay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's $4 on YouTube, so
Okay.
it's not bad.
I think we could do that. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be super
Because you
fun.
guys already have the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Quite
so,
a extensive horror Christmas collection.
I figured. I'm excited to see what that looks like.
It's my favorite genre of movie, Christmas horror.
Christmas horror.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
I like Black Christmas, Krampus,
Jack
Santa
Frost.
Sleigh,
How
Jack
are we leaving
Frost,
Jack Frost off
Jack
those
Frost
lists?
1 and 2.
I saw Krampus. I never saw Black Christmas. Never saw Jack Frost.
Piper going crazy.
Jack Frost is like one of those movies that's like so terrible it's good.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But it's supposed to be funny too.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite actually Christmas horror movie. I've seen it more times than I could even guess a number at.
My Christmas movie that I watch every year is Elf.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I love that
I
movie.
love Elf.
We have a bunch of movies, but we always watch.
We do White Christmas, Die Hard,
Elf, National Lampoon,
National Lampoon.
Die Hard.
Home Alone,
Home Alone,
Home Alone. That's always a good one.
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. Yeah,
Great
Have you ever seen that?
movie.
Yeah, it's so
Great movie.
fun. So fun.
I love that. That's a funny movie.
There we go. Bam.
Santa Claus the movie.
Santa Claus the movie from
Christmas
1980.
Yeah.
Evil.
That was a good
Christmas
one.
Evil. Yes. Oh, Christmas Evil is one of my favorite Christmas movies.
And then all the horror movies we named already. Black
Then we have
Christmas.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, chapters 3 through 5.
Never seen that.
You should see the second one if you're going to see one. It's the best one.
Yeah. Second one's Silent Night.
Third
Not
one.
three.
wait,
Not 3 through 5.
The fourth one
Fourth
sucks.
one's not good.
3 and 5 are good. 1 and 2 and 3 and 5 are all good.
Anything can happen. Very dangerous.
These men are fucking killing themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this dog collar match.
Pretty good. Fighting for that U.S. title.
Yep. I wish the WWE did a dog collar match.
Yeah.
The
Who would
United States
wanna
you want to
Championship.
see in it?
I would love to see Logan Paul versus Santos in a dog collar match.
But they wouldn't believe it all.
Yes, they would. This would be the one match where they're allowed to go X-rated. And you put it on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's the one pay-per-view match that is the most extreme.
Or they could do an Extreme Rules pay-per-view and actually have it be extreme and this be one of the matches, you know?
Yeah, but the rest of the matches are going to be dog shit.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean like an actual Extreme Rules. Like,
I'd like to see CM Punk. I mean, he's proved he could do a dog collar match, or would that be too much of the same thing? I wonder when he's going to have a match.
Well, Monday he signs. Tomorrow he signs with either Raw or SmackDown. So
Which one do you think he's gonna pick?
Raw.
Raw.
Yeah.
I'd go after Seth.
Yeah. Because he could always win a Rumble and go after Roman. It's not like he has to.
Raw when I watched him, like when he was with him before. When I watched. Raw.
Don't get me wrong. Where he started was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Back in 05. He started on SmackDown.
Oh,
Then he became the Raw guy. And that's where he got fired from, was Raw.
Mm-hmm.
So now, will he start at Raw and end his career in SmackDown? Would be pretty neat.
Did he get
as long as he
fired?
doesn't come to like Brooklyn, you know, as long as he doesn't come to Long Island or Brooklyn, I'll be all right.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
As long as he doesn't come to like Brooklyn shows or Long Island shows, I'll be all right.
You know,
Connecticut is as far as he could come. Can't taint the greatest island of all. All right.
I'm glad we got to see him live in AEW. The short time he was there, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
At Collision in Greensboro, he did a 6-man tag.
Yeah, we were talking about you guys on that watch along.
On that Collision?
Yeah.
We had to watch fucking Brock Anderson wrestle at that Collision and the Iron Savages. It was not the best show. I mean, we had fun, but it was not the best show.
You're going to have a great time with me at Revolution.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Next Friday. This Friday. We buy the tickets, baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday.
I haven't been to a big wrestling show in, man, a long time. Probably since
and
WCW.
Piper wins.
That's it.
That was a good match.
Yeah, that's a great match. New United States champion.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
getting his ass beat again.
So Roddy Piper has gained his revenge, no question.
Oh.
Whoa. Dangerous.
So dangerous.
So dangerous.
Roddy Piper gained his revenge by a victory, but now Greg Valentine is certainly exacting his toll and catches referees too short. Valentine still determined to carry the battle for Roddy Piper. As Piper outside of the ring now being choked by that collar in that chain.
Yeah, he's really fighting him.
He's an old man.
Yeah, but he said that. He was just like putting his hand on him.
Do you need a different color no bone shirt too, Dylan?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get them.
So yeah, Dylan's wearing his no bones shirt repping today. I'm wearing my no bones about wrestling shirt. These are going to be available to the public in 2024.
Yes, sir. I like the blue one. The blue one, I wear this one while I go to work sometime.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
These will be available to the public along with hoodies in 2024.
Nice. I always love a hoodie.
Price unknown yet, but they are coming.
$700.
$700, yeah. The ones that are signed are going to be $100.
There you go. Legends.
And one thing we must remember, and fans, we got to keep this in our minds. What about the year? How much damage
permanent damage again. That's the problem. And of course,
So yeah, that was a hell of a match. I saw that match when I was 9 years old. I saw it, and that was the most violent thing I'd ever seen in my life to that point.
Not the Abdullah match. Not with him
I
grabbing the
didn't
fork
see
from
that.
his
I had
pants.
my aunt had a Sandy had a Starrcade Greatest Hits double VHS tape,
Ooh,
and that Piper and Valentine match was like the second match on it. Abdullah was not on it.
We're getting closer to a Flair for the gold. Ric Flair versus Harley Race for the World's Heavyweight Championship. And Rick, I was, of course, just in Harley's dressing room. He was in there with Slater and Orton, and Wahoo McDaniel was also with us. And you saw what they did to Wahoo.
I know it's not him because he's not like around yet, and he definitely didn't look like this already. But that looks like that Steiner brother that like wears like the gold chainmail on his head.
Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner, the guy on his shirt.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
like Scott Steiner.
yes he does.
They're going to have to face up to in the very near future. In the very near future. As for Harley Race, I want you to get in that ring, and I want you to do everything in the world to keep me from winning that heavyweight championship, because that's the kind of match I expect out of you. You're a heck of a man. I'll never take that away from you, Race. But I'm ready. And thanks to all.
why isn't Ric Flair being Ric Flair?
People,
You
He
son of a
didn't-
bitch! I'm gonna come and get you.
He didn't really get
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
like
you in
that.
the ring.
until the next like year or two. I mean,
I
this
got
is
these gators on, and I'm gonna put a whole mud hole in your ass.
this is when NWA still tried to do everything like very realistically. You know, they didn't try and go over the top, or you know, what I mean, they just had people talk like people. You know, nobody's yelling all over the place or anything. Like I said, that kind of started in the next year or two, 84, 85.
We're tired. Orton and Slater's trying to take over. They're trying to hurt him again.
Which to me is when NWA is better. Is like 86, 87 around there. The Four Horsemen are going. Ric Flair is Ric Flair, so to speak.
That's the Flair I want to see.
Yeah. I mean, he's still great in the ring, but he's not really become Ric Flair yet at this point. Yeah.
Fans, the
Yeah,
man
there's a tame Flair.
down to the ringside, Bobby Clary has Don Curley.
I'm here with Don Cornado, who held the World Tag Team Championship belt with Sergeant Slaughter. Do you think the Briscoes are going to keep their belt?
I'll tell you what, the Briscoes are a great brother team. Steamboat and Youngblood are great teams. I wrestled them both. It's a great night. I'd like to wish them all good luck, and I'd like to see a great match.
How about the last match? Who do you think is going to win that?
Flair is in shape. I've been friends with Flair.
His
I'd
hair
like to
is
see Ric
terrible.
Flair take that title right here in Greenville.
Like
Poor guy.
shockingly bad.
There's the Briscoe brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is a tag
It's a
team
lot of
match.
notes
There's a
there.
lot of goddamn notes for 8
for the
matches.
World's Tag Team Championship. One fall, no time limit. The belt
Like
remains
different
the
sized pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Very-
Special referee for this event, wrestling great Angelo Mosca.
So yeah,
How is that right?
we're at 135, 38 here.
Aren't there only 2 matches left?
Yeah. But that main event's long. It's a long match.
Oh, okay.
And now the world's tag team champions from Stillwater, Oklahoma, with a combined wrestling weight of 467 pounds, Jack and Jerry Briscoe.
Look at the 2 jabronis. Look at Jack and Jerry.
Jack and Jerry Briscoe, World Tag Team Champions. Of course, Jack Briscoe twice NCAA amateur champion. Both men out of Oklahoma State University. Both men went to the Oklahoma State on wrestling scholarships. And they are, Bob, as tough a combination as I've ever seen.
Absolutely, no doubt about that either, Gordon. And they've held a number of championships throughout their careers. And these two men right here, the former World Tag Team Champions, and you're looking at them as they shake the hand of Tom Miller right there. And I was Don Kernodle. Kernodle, a former champion himself, gets in to shake the hand of all four men. Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood, the former champions, and for the World Tag Team Championship.
Jack Briscoe, of course, 2.5 years as the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. And he is getting set to move. It's Jack Briscoe who will be the first man out.
And Rick Steamboat is going to start for his team. We expect this to be some match. When you get four athletes, the caliber of these men in the ring,
Yeah, this one is a good match.
we expect action and fight. All of them are in tremendous condition and shape, tremendous athletes, and they all have such a tremendous amount of wrestling knowledge and ability. Thinking scientific wrestling with you,
My bad.
really roughhouse it with you.
Yeah, I've watched Briscoe over the years, and of course, both
What happened?
Jerry.
Nothing? What do you mean?
Famous for that.
Oh, no, I thought something happened.
Jack Briscoe is an absolute past master at the fireman takedown. And the leapfrog here and an leapfrog.
Oh,
I tell you, Briscoe knew what was coming, and luckily he grabbed that rope just in the nick of time.
Briscoe is an extremely bright competitor.
And our special referee for this match, fans, is King Kong Angelo Mosca right here, Gordon. And I tell you, he's big enough to keep these.
so what do you think of the older style, Dylan? How are you liking
I
it?
like it.
Yep.
I always like older stuff. You know, seeing where it all came from and
Mm-hmm.
where it's migrated to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Jerry Briscoe moving good drop toe hold. And again, the tag is made. So the Briscoe brothers.
Ricky Steamboat, of course, probably, or not probably, one of the best wrestlers in the world at this point.
yeah, I didn't know he was in NWA.
Mm-hmm.
Nor did I know Piper was in NWA.
Oh, yeah.
I knew Dusty was. I knew Flair was. I knew the guy Flair's wrestling tonight was
Race, yeah.
Race. Yeah, I knew Abdullah was, but
Newfound respect, I believe.
I didn't know the Briscoes were.
Mm-hmm.
Goes over and tags up with his brother Jerry.
Yeah, a lot of people went through there. Terry Funk, Dory Funk.
Yeah.
Getting her a dental chip.
I know that you're aware of this because I think you had a part in it when it happened. But let's remind the fans right
Hello,
here
Miss.
came about. Of course, as having said that they would not be a part of Starrcade 83. But promoter Jim Carter bought their contract for a match and here it is.
And of course, they had no choice in the matter at that point in time.
I gotta shave
And
my little nut hair is starting to show. So
people like the Briscoes know that they're not going to run roughshod. They're going to have to wrestle and compete. And
one of Bailey's whiskers fell out the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was weird.
That is weird.
Like, I don't know
We actually had,
how.
one day we looked at one of them and it was missing one of its eyebrows. It has like
Ooh.
eyebrow whiskers and like one
Oh,
whole
really?
is like gone one day. Yeah.
Huh.
It's
Yeah,
a
it was
black
on-
cat, has like white eyebrow whiskers, so it looked really odd.
staggered backward. And he's got him in the side headlock. Makes the tag.
I gotta talk to him.
Referee Angelo Mosca checking those shoulders very, very quickly.
Watching some NFL after this.
You can do whatever you want for us.
What are you doing? Thank you.
Have a list.
Say hi to everybody. I know.
Haley. Hi, pretty girl.
Yeah. Well, oh God. What a fatty patty she is.
As boys and savvy in the ring that
He's a great athlete. He seems to always work within himself. He knows what he can do and the moves that he can put on you, and he does it. And he does it.
So the next match is the main event.
Mm-hmm.
he is indeed Briscoe bridging out of it, and Briscoe's got his problems here. Tag is made.
Steamy.
Bam.
And Steamboat have been together long enough, Gordon. They just about think alike also. Work very, very well.
Boya.
What's the name of the guest referee again?
Angelo Mosca.
The guy in red.
Yeah, this match is a bit long, and then the main event is long, I believe.
Yeah, well, what time are we at?
Yeah, if you're watching with us, we are at 1:43:09.
Wow.
It says it's 2 hours 57.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, they're both 1 hour time limits. You know, both world titles. This has been a good match so far, I think.
Yeah, seeing the Briscoes wrestle is interesting.
Yeah. This has been the best tag match on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're going, you know, they're not slowing down and wrestling.
No.
Yeah, when we watched the Orton one, I was like, I remember liking this way more than
I think
I'm
you were
liking
thinking
it,
of
but
this
I was
match.
thinking of this match.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched both of them, but this is the one that
Did we? I don't think so.
we did because that was the first time I'd seen Randy Orton's dad.
Oh, okay. Are you sure it wasn't WrestleMania 1?
I mean, I didn't know I'd seen that match.
Okay. But yeah, next week I think we'll go. I think we'll go back to the 90s. I think we'll go like late 90s, late 90s. You know, NWO era, Eddie Guerrero era, WCW.
Well, let's check it out. So, you got
Not 94. Not 95.
why not?
94, the main event's not great, and it's only 1 year after 93, which we saw. We could do 94, but 95.
99 has Bret Hart and Goldberg.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash and Psycho Sid.
That's a Vince Russo one, though, but we could watch 99.
Then you also got Starrcade 98 with Goldberg and Kevin Nash.
Right. 98's a good one. 98's a very good show. 97 is Sting and Hogan.
Yep.
96 was, I think, maybe Hogan and Piper. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
95 is Flair, Luger, and Sting in a triangle match.
Yeah.
With the winner receiving a title opportunity.
Yeah, they did a World Cup of Wrestling in 95. I think it was All Japan guys versus WCW guys. So that would be interesting to watch, but I don't know any of the All Japan guys, you know.
Understandable.
So that's why I said no to 95. Just we in the audience would not know half the people, really.
You, me, Kay, and the audience wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Half the people.
Yeah. But I don't know. One of them with NWO and Eddie Guerrero and Benoit and all those guys.
Oh, oh, that suplex didn't look good. He looked like he landed on his ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, went over at too high an angle.
I did it pretty close to the ropes too. I thought he was going to hit his legs on it.
Nice double team.
The guy who taught my wrestling class was in the NWA.
Oh wow.
A guy named Willie Clay. He wasn't a big star or anything like that, but he was in the NWA. Wrestled a bunch of guys we're seeing tonight. Lost to him. You know, one of those type of guys.
Yeah, jobber.
Yeah,
Like a George South.
like a George South. Yeah, except George South is more known than Willie Clay. Yeah, Dynamite Willie Clay. That was my teacher. He's,
Is he still alive?
deceased. I was about to say he's deceased now. I heard about it several years ago. I did not know at the time. But he was a good teacher. He was a very good teacher. He's nice. I mean, still, you know, like was like making you do the shit, but he was a nice guy. Like he wasn't an asshole. But that's because I did everything, you know.
Yeah.
Like I showed up, and I think they thought I was not gonna like last a day, you know. But I lasted, and then I came back the next week, and the next week, and the next week. But like I said, eventually I said I'm gonna do a manager, you know, something like that, you know. It was tough. They would beat my ass. You really had to know how to fall on your back, or you would hurt yourself.
I would love to do training, wrestling training.
One day I came in and it was just all suplexes off the top rope. Like I was on the top rope and it was a big guy on the ground suplexing me off the top rope. So it was me basically flipping off
When
the
you
top
took
rope.
your first bump, how hard did you land?
I mean, pretty hard, but I'd done a lot of backyard wrestling, like on the ground. So it was nothing. I mean, it was on, you know, a padded mat. It was nothing. And now doing a lot of them added up, and like I ended up hurting my back. Like my back hurt after the first day. I know that.
We have to show Dylan PCW.
Yeah, I still have tapes of the backyard wrestling. We were on TV.
Really?
We were on cable access. Yeah.
PCW, Piedmont Championship Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I wrote it. I was the booker and I was the announcer, and I would sometimes wrestle, but I tried not to put the spotlight on myself. But I would sometimes wrestle. But I wrote everything and booked it, and was the announcer and the producer and everything like that. But we were on cable access. Yeah.
How many years?
About a year on TV. About a year and a half on TV. And we
Did
did
you get money for that?
No. Like I said, it was cable access, so it was just public access, you know.
Wow.
But we were on TV. We came on at 12:30 on Monday nights, so you could watch Raw and then stay up for us. And we came on that late because if you were on after midnight, you could curse. So we were on at 12:30, so we were on TV saying like motherfucker and shit, and like they didn't edit it. You know?
That's crazy.
It was wild.
Now, were they live tapings?
What do you mean live tape?
No,
I mean,
no,
not,
no.
Was it
it wasn't
live?
live. No, it wasn't live. No, we taped it. We would tape it on Saturday and then show it on Monday night.
Now, did you ever watch your stuff and go like critique it?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
We got new tag team champions because of disqualification.
I thought the belts didn't change or due to disqualification.
They can't.
Well, they beat up the ref. The Briscoes.
I think that was after. Yeah, Steamboat and Youngblood won, and then they beat up the ref.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I critiqued it and all that, and I showed it to like my wrestling promoter when I started in the wrestling school and all like that, and they got a kick out of it because we would jump through tables, quote unquote, but it was just drywall. We would
Wait a
set
second.
up on benches and stuff.
The show's over?
No, they're just doing that. And now if it's weird. No, there's one more match.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, the bigger match is about to happen.
I think they're just doing it because.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Did they forget to tape this? Is it a match we can never
no one's
watch?
there afterwards to watch the credits, so they're showing them now.
Yeah. They got to put the cage down too, or put it together rather.
Oh, because it's not suspended above the ring. They have to like set it up.
Mm. Yeah, my promoter was a nice guy too, except he never paid me.
What guy?
Chris Plano.
What a guy.
New Dimension Wrestling promoter, announcer.
Must have whatchamacallit. Must have been friends with Conan.
Must have. But they stopped running shows while I was doing it, and that was the end of my career. I didn't pursue it with anybody else around here. I should have, but I didn't.
Yeah, what made you stop?
Well, it's hard if they don't know you. If people don't know you're trained, then they really don't want to deal with you, you know. So like,
wouldn't you just say that you're trained?
Well, yeah, of course. But I mean, if they hadn't seen me manage, you know, they don't want to like deal with you. You know, if they're not sure that you know what you're doing, they might have wanted me to like retrain, and it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I tried to get in with AML, which is our independent around here that we go to sometimes, and they wanted me to retrain. And I explained to them, I was like, I've been a manager before, but they still wanted me to retrain. Like they wouldn't take my word for it or whatever, you know.
How much would have been to retrain?
I don't know. I'm still considering it. Because that would be a fucking blast, man.
Especially at AML, they're fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I would be good at it. Good at it back then. I was the most hated manager by far.
I want tickets. I want tickets to the shows that you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming down. I'll be coming down a lot.
I really may do it. Like, I really may. That would be a lot of fun. Charlie Brown kissed Shivani.
It's an odd looking belt.
Charlie Brown from out of town, certainly a very happy man, and this man's a very happy man, but he's also a man that's very, very cut and very bruised this time, Ronnie.
Come here. Valentine. Is that the best you can do, huh? You say your strategy was to take away all my hair. You see what you forgot is you got one more year to go. I'll beat you fast, President Starrcade 1983. The next day, Valentine, that United States heavyweight title brother,
Roddy Piper. Let's bring in right now the new World's Tag Team Champions, Jay Youngblood and Ricky Steamboat, just concluded, and what a match, gentlemen.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, if you become a AML star, manager or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming down.
Yeah, definitely.
Me and Bailey will have to move into the that spare room.
Well, we don't have a spare room. You got the couch.
Yeah, we got
That
cat
works for me.
room.
Yeah, we
Your
got
bed.
we got a cat room.
That works.
We have a fold out too. At least right now we do. We got a regular couch and then a fold. How tall are you?
6.
Okay.
You know something, Tony, what I think makes a good wrestler, a good
Do you fit on the couch? How tall are you?
I do not fit all the way on the couch.
We have a fold out couch though.
Will he fit on that?
Couches work.
Your legs might hang off a little
Yeah.
bit. We'll figure
Couches work.
out. We'll get you an
Couch
air
works.
thing.
Management what?
Let me see.
But we can adapt. We're in the best shape of our lives, and we know what it takes to be a good
Management training. Oh, it's an upfront investment of $50 and then only $50 per month. What do you think?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing it.
And Gordon, I tell you, you can feel the tension. It's beginning to build.
Let's go!
I'm do it.
God. I'm gonna be coming to North Carolina a lot. I might have to actually get that place down.
I'm sending the email right now.
You're witnessing history being made, folks.
The one match that everybody has been eyeing is the 7 times world heavyweight champion Harley Race going up.
See, the only thing is though, I can't bump because of my back.
If you go by the fans' approval, it seems
You know what's funny?
Oh well.
The job that I work for now has a sales trainee position in Winston-Salem.
Nah.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think that Jim Crockett is going to have any
Come on down.
having to buy
Yeah.
contracts and buy situations because these two young fellas are great athletes, and they do have that open attitude about hey, let anybody come after us. Of course, we got to remember too, the Briscoes. I'm sure I didn't look at their contract, but I'm sure they must have a rematch clause. So
That's fucking hilarious.
About that one, and two, I couldn't help but be impressed by Roddy Piper.
Yeah, there's Fort Myers, Florida.
You may have got me in this
Another
here.
place in Florida.
The other one. What about the other one? I've still got
But
it.
full-time sales trainee
I don't think
in
any-
Winston-Salem.
right here.
It's a sign.
He's got great fighting.
It's meant to be.
It took a tremendous amount of that to come back, and Roddy Piper did
That's
it.
hilarious.
Starrcade 83. What can you say about it except fabulous, Gordon? That's the only word I can think of.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it is a flair for the gold. There's no question about it. And boy, that's the one we're waiting for. Ric Flair, Harley Race, the World Heavyweight Championship coming up. And that's something that, well, I just hope that nobody's missing.
I'm curious to see how much they pay, though.
Before we see that match, right here in this ring, right now, we want to go down to Barbara Clary at ringside. Well, they're not quite ready for her. I see she's not down at ringside, Gordon, so we will go down to Barbara Clary right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Barbara, of course, has been very busy tonight talking to fans.
It's hard to get around this place. As many fans as there are to get. Exactly. In one spot, a lot of times you're hung there and you can't move.
May we just say a very special word to all of you real good folks in San Juan and throughout Trinidad and that entire Caribbean basin. We're extremely pleased that you're able to share with us tonight all of these monumental matches, and of course that one match that was banned in Puerto Rico, of course, Carlos Colon against Abdullah the Butcher. And I think after
Was
what
banned?
the manager interfering, I can't help but feel that Carlos Colon will find a way somehow to settle the score with Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, Gordon, he came in.
Why was it
I
banned?
don't know that anybody even saw him when he came into the arena.
You guys got a lot of Spanish food places around you.
Yeah, we got a lot of Spanish people around us.
Hispanic people.
Hispanic
Yeah, and another
people.
thing, too, we've been talking. We've heard the challenge made by.
Yeah, wow, Greensboro's not that far from you.
He's the world heavyweight champion. He'd like another shot at the.
All right, email is sent.
She's made it through the crowd.
Okay, Barbara, take it away.
I'm here at ringside with Chrissy, Sharon, Debbie, and Dusty Rhodes. Dusty, time's
Boxcar Barcade.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about.
All over the country, Starrcade 83, a flat for the going right here tonight. These three ladies right here.
I love that place. That's my favorite place around here to go.
Whoever it is, I said whoever it is, no matter what size or shape it
Now,
is.
where's the Greensboro Coliseum?
Starrcade 83 is a wonderful occasion.
It's like,
Oh, you guys got a cheesecake factory down there?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the winner.
And a Texas Roadhouse?
Tell you right now.
There, I've definitely never been, but yes, we do
I've been
have
to
it.
Texas Roadhouse. I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory.
Texas Roadhouse. I haven't been there either, so.
Up around this ring out there because
I sent my manager training inquiry email.
Well, this is to make doubly sure that there is no outside.
I told them I was a manager 20 years ago. I did a, quote, rich jerk gimmick.
That prescribed ring area. In other words, there is going to be a
Greensboro Coliseum
and fans, we're
Complex? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
for the introduction to the national anthem.
Having some static and tracking issues on.
Steel Hands Brewery is by it. What's
Wait,
us
is
by an
that
aquatic
Doug's
center?
place?
No, his
What?
place is like it's not incendiary, but it's something like that. Isn't
No,
it?
I got a friend who owns a brewery, but I can't remember the name of it. It's in Greensboro.
Stanley Stammy's Barbecue. Mike's Vegan Grill.
Stamies.
Stammy's.
That's a place. I mean, we're not going there because we can't eat anything, but that's a lot of people who go to the Coliseum. They stop at Stamies before they go.
How about the Vegan Grill?
Never heard of it, but that sounds cool.
Mike's Vegan Grill. Yeah, it's down the block.
That sounds
the
cool.
menu.
There's a really good vegetarian place 10 minutes from the Coliseum called Boba House.
I don't know.
That place is the bomb, man.
Mike's Vegan Place. What's it called? Boba House?
Boba House, B-O-B-A.
Olive Garden. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. There it is. There it is.
I had several birthdays at that Olive Garden.
What's it called? Boba House?
Boba, B-O-B-A, house.
If they're still open, we haven't been there in like since before COVID.
That's true.
No, it's still there.
Good. Yeah, it's been there forever, man.
Boba House.
It's very good.
Insomnia Cookies is also over there.
But
we just got one of those in Winston.
Boba House has a lot of like fake meat stuff. It's very good.
That's good. Let's check out the menu.
I mean, that's pretty much what they do is like fake meat.
Ooh, buffalo chicken, hand battered chicken strip. Why do they put chicken in parentheses?
Because it's fake.
Because it's fake chicken.
Oh.
Yeah.
All their meat
It's all-
is
it's
all
all the
their
meat's fake. All the meat's fake.
But like, is it tofu?
Yeah.
No, it's like plant based, so it's not all tofu.
It's not all
soy.
correct. It's not all tofu, yeah. But soy based.
It's like
yeah.
meant to look.
I wish you guys ate meat.
It's really good though, for real. It's very good.
I'll try it. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely
Very
willing
good.
to try it. My mom will
I've
be
had
very
their-
happy
I've
to
had
hear
their
that I ate very healthy.
I've had their
Thank
fake
you,
their fake chicken and their fake beef and fake steak, and it's all good.
Do you feel fake after eating it?
No, I feel full
Feel full.
because I will go there and get like a soup and an entree, and usually a dessert too. I love that place, really.
Okay. Well, go. So I guess if I come out Saturday, we'll do it right. We'll go to Olive Garden right off the bat.
All right.
All right. We go right to Olive Garden, and we tell the waiter or waitress, "Don't you dare stop bringing us breadsticks and soups and salads. Otherwise, I'm coming back there and fighting the guy. All right. And then the day of the thing, we'll go to Boba. We'll go there. We'll have some good food.
We'll go to Boxcar before.
Yeah, we'll go to. So yeah, we'll spend the day in Greensboro
That's
on
what
Sunday.
I got somebody coming to walk Ripley 3 times that day. So
Okay,
on
perfect.
Times.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so perfect. So then we'll leave and we'll go to Greensboro that day. And we'll walk around. You guys can show me the place. We'll go to Boxcar Arcade. We'll go to Boba, and then we'll make our way over to the venue. And then, did you want to? Is there a train? How are we getting there and back?
I can drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to drive, or do you want to take?
We don't have a clown car anymore. Before you were going to have to drive yourself places because we had a Celica, which could only fit like 2 regular-sized adults. But now we have a Prius, so we could fit more people.
Yeah.
Well, there's no train. Do you guys want to just take the train for the day?
There's no train.
There's no train. This ain't the North.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Trains?
We ain't got no trains.
You got no transportation?
Mm-mm.
No public transportation?
No, not that's good.
We have some sketchy buses, but even those I don't think go between
Winston
and Greensboro.
Well,
the Nature Boy is here. Yeah, we're at 2:08:24. Thank you, those of us who stayed during the break. But if you fast forwarded or anything, yeah, we're at now 2:08:34.
there's Harley Race. He doesn't come into music. He comes into silence. Silence and bowing. What a heel.
That's the only music he needs. Play match.
That's cool. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah, I used to live in Greensboro, so I know what's there.
That's so funny that the job that I have now has a sales position open in Winston-Salem.
Yeah,
It's a Monday through Friday 5 a.m. gig.
Oof. Well, you're already doing that though, aren't you?
Yeah, so it's perfect. Might have to give them an email and be like, I'm kind of curious. What's the pay like? Because technically, I already know sales since I've been learning, and I know how to do a lot of the stuff already.
My phone's at 8%.
So that'll be fun. I guess it's destined. I'm coming to Winston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event of the evening is a cage match. 1 fall with a 60-minute time limit. This is a cage match. 1 fall with a 60-minute time limit. No disqualification.
Whoa! It's the World Heavyweight Championship.
Special referee appointed for this match is former professional wrestling great from Vancouver, British Columbia, Gene Kaniski.
Hey, Mean Gene.
Introducing first, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger and former world heavyweight champion from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Now, how far is Charlotte from Greensboro?
About an hour and a half.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I have friends that live in Charlotte. I gotta let them know that I'm coming to North Carolina. Coming. I'm coming.
Charlotte's all right. Traffic's terrible.
That's what they say too. Because she's from Long Island. She's like, it feels like I'm in the city every day when I'm traveling.
Yeah,
I go, I can believe that.
Charlotte was never
He was defeated by Dory Funk Jr. for the title.
intended to grow as fast as it did, so they've never adjusted still the roads or anything. So it's a real pain in the ass to go anywhere. And it's a bunch of bankers. Charlotte.
Yeah.
They do have a cool barcade though.
Intensity and execution.
What do they have in Charlotte?
Abari.
Oh, Abari. Yeah, that's right. That one's awesome. That one's awesome.
What's that?
Abari. It's another barcade,
Oh,
but it's the best one, I think,
They have a lot
in
of
North
good pinball.
Carolina. Yeah, they have a lot.
really?
They have a lot of good pinball.
We haven't been to their new location.
No, now it's called Super Abari.
That it was demeaning for him, the world champion, to get inside of a fence and to wrestle inside
Well,
Well,
maybe next
Yeah,
time I
shout
come
out
down.
to Abari.
however,
Next time I come down,
make
I'll have to go to Super Abari.
hmm Yeah, for now the box car, it's good. I mean,
No, I'm happy with what we're doing. Are you
it's
kidding?
great. It's great. The big difference is the box car has mostly newer pinball machines, and Abari has like the best of the best. Has classic machines.
You're talking my mom's stuff. My mom loves pinball.
Oh, I love,
So
yeah, I love
one of
pinball.
these days I'll have to bring her. Be like, you want to go to 2 amazing arcades in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Chop it up with Mama Musa.
Man, there's a really good one in Grandy, about 4 hours from here,
It's in the middle of nowhere.
called Flippers. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Flippers.
Flippers, and it has so many pinball machines. I mean, from the 50s through today, just dozens of pinball machines, dozens
Damn.
upon dozens. It's like heaven. If you like pinball, it's like heaven.
They probably have like 30 to 40 machines.
They
don't
have more than that.
Yeah.
They have more than
No.
that.
Now, speaking of this match, how do
Here
you
we
win?
go.
Is it a just
Pinfall
pinfall or
submission.
submission?
Yeah, it's not WWE. You're not trying to escape.
Okay.
The cage is to keep you in and to keep other people out.
Okay.
So it's not. Yeah, there's no
But now,
escape.
could you climb it anyway to use it as a weapon?
Yeah.
Looks like it's tied together with rags, though, so I don't know that you'd want to do that. My phone died.
Yes, it is tied together with rags.
You should remove me because I'm upside down.
I don't remember.
That looked like that.
Over half of his entire lifetime. He began his wrestling career when he was only 17 years old. An interesting
I'll
contrast
switch
here
over just give me a second.
between Flair and Race. Race began, as I said, at the age of 17. Flair, of course, carried his amateur career.
Yeah, here we go. The main event.
University of Minnesota. Leaving the University of Minnesota.
Look at the bleach blonde hair.
You have here
What?
Of Ric Flair.
Race with the
Bleach
It is some
blonde
bleach
hair.
blonde hair.
Yeah,
but Flair
it's beautiful.
with the edge in the basic background.
Goldilocks. It's so crazy how the cage has developed from where it used to be in NWA.
Mm-hmm. Used to just be like a big dog cage or what, you know.
Yeah.
The craziest cage I ever saw was when WCW used to do that triple cage around
Okay.
like 1999. You ever see that? They did in their movie Ready to Rumble. The WCW movie. I don't know if you ever saw that. They did it in that movie, and then they replicated it in reality, and had a like I said, a triple cage. It covered the apron a little on the bottom, and then they had a second cage on top of it that had weapons in it, and then they had another cage on top of that, and that's where they kept the world title, was in the top, the triple cage. So the plan was to fight your way from the bottom to the middle with the weapons, and then up to the top and make it back with the world championship. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
But it was the wildest cage I've ever seen. Yeah, they only did that a couple times.
Not even for a count. Still, Race.
So yeah, Kay's phone died, but she's still here with us, everyone.
Hi.
Player keeping aside headlines.
Okay.
Hi.
On the canvas, but the champion.
How does the sparkling water have fucking 20 calories?
What I said earlier, I think it's going to be a question of
Is there sugar in it?
execution. And
Paprika.
perhaps even a bit
Paprika.
Well, that's not going to give you 20 calories.
Carbonated water, agave nectar, natural
Oh,
flavor.
If it has agave nectar in it, that's like juice.
Yeah.
So that's why it's got calories.
And paprika.
A little more laid back at this point and really knows what he's doing. His flair seems to be a little more.
So it's spicy.
Yeah, we got
Spicy
some
water.
new subscribers today, so if that's you, thank you. If it's not
Hey,
you, you're
all
watching,
right.
go ahead and subscribe.
Got some new subs.
Up
Look at
to
you, moving up, moving
up
up.
to a big 75 subscribers.
Hey, what are we doing at the 100 subscriber mark?
I don't know.
You should do a giveaway.
Have a private party.
Hey, private party.
I don't know what I got to give away.
We have a lot of stuff we could give away.
We do have a lot of
I could-
stuff.
I could choose some select items for giving
You
away.
could do like any micro brawlers that you don't want, or
True.
like pins that you don't want.
Hold it up in a pile.
Well, yeah, it's interesting too.
She's threatened to give away my NWO comforter.
Well,
My
it's not like
WCW
we're-
Guess what,
NWO
Kay?
comforter.
You're out. You're not going
I'm
to be a
not
part of this
using
stinging
it.
squad.
This
And
is
you're
a
not going to
file.
Revolution now.
I've had that since I was a kid.
Uh-huh. And now it's time to send it on
It's
to
never
someone
leaving.
else.
Never.
Oh, Dylan can use it when he comes to visit.
It's never leaving. Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Okay. See?
There you
That's
go. So now how are you going to give it away?
I'm not.
It has Goldberg and DDP and Hogan on it.
Sting's on it. isn't it?
Sting.
Maybe that's the blanket I should use when we do watch-alongs instead of this one.
If anyone could see it.
Oh, yeah.
Flair knows, and you can tell in the opening minutes of the match here, Flair realizes when he's on the mat, he's got to be prepared that Race is going to come with something.
Good counter by Race on that one.
Yeah, tonight we got the podcast.
Twice now. Twice. Flair
Who's on tonight?
has failed to execute.
Roman Wrestling from TikTok.
Very cool.
Yeah, we got a lot of topics to talk about.
Twice he failed to execute.
So, very excited.
Intensity and execution.
Now Flair rolling around on the mat toward the ropes, holding that head. He took a couple of hard blows in that head. And he's
So another big, we're talking about differences all day in older wrestling and newer wrestling.
Yeah.
One of the notable differences here is the lack of tattoos. And what made me think of it,
Yes.
Harley Race. Harley Race has like 2 or 3 because he was in the service, I believe.
Yeah, I think he was too.
But no one else on the show has tattoos today.
The Briscoes didn't. Nuka didn't. None of the Yahoo guy and his young blood partner.
Wahoo.
Wahoo.
Could possibly take the toll here on Ric Flair.
When Flair gets to his feet, Race slams into the turnbuckle, comes again with a hard blow to the head, and he continues to work on the head of Flair now.
Ah, God.
With a method punch. And that may have been on the ear as Flair seems to be holding his ear at this point while he's on the mat.
Oh, that was on the throat.
Yeah. The nice
Ric Flair and
knee drop.
may have given the additional intensity that Race may need. He knew he hurt his man. And we're curious now to see how quickly and how fast he closes in on the challenger, because the challenger is in trouble. No question about it. Flair in trouble. There is a countdown now, and referee Kaniski tells him to resume the match, and it is Harley Race trying to set him up for the pile driver.
Nice pile driver.
Maybe
Damn.
this could be it. No, sir. Boy, I'll tell you something. Flair. And again, Race not executed.
He did not stay on top of him at this point, Gordon. He backed away when he had him in trouble, and when he went with the pile driver, you would think right away that he would go for the pin. A count of two, and Flair gets that shoulder up very quickly. Race, he may have laid back just too far and too long at that point.
Whether his own sense of inner timing is off or what, or whether the problems he's had with the referee Kaniski is bothering him, or what it is, but Flair doesn't seem to have that concentration.
Flair also wearing not so much of a
Have the concentration.
star-studded
He's in trouble.
outfit. I mean, his robe, of course, has always been star-studded, but you know, normally he'd wear some very interesting-looking undergarments and boots that would say RF on it, and all of that, like Flair and Dazzle and stuff.
I think his trunks say RF. It's just like regular embroidery on like the hip. Yeah, on his right hip.
I'll have to look again when he gets up.
It's embroidered in like dark blue.
Oh, that's probably why I'm missing it.
Yeah.
World Heavyweight Champion. And now,
But also, he was the only one with entrance music too,
Yeah.
which I noticed.
for Harley Race, an unusual.
That's weird. I didn't notice that until you said it.
Yeah, only one that had an entrance.
Yeah.
And Harley was the only one that had an entrance. Briscoes didn't. Tag teams didn't. Orton didn't. Abdullah didn't. Nobody else did. Even Piper didn't. And Greg Valentine.
Mhm.
It was only just right in the ring. They're already there, ready to go.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah. So either they just cut it out of the video because they wanted the video to be not as long, or they weren't given that at all, and it was only for Flair and Harley. They blew the budget on Flair and Harley, even though Harley had no music, no lights. It just came out and got booed. That's
Yeah,
it.
entrances weren't a big thing until kind of WWF started the rock and wrestling, deal in the mid '80s with like WrestleMania 1.
Right. That's funny.
Because then, like, the only one who had music, if you look like WrestleMania 1, the only one with music was like Hulk Hogan.
Right.
He came out to Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Randy Savage didn't have his graduation music.
Not in like WrestleMania 1. Randy Savage wasn't around yet.
They all came out also in those little mini rings that had wheels.
At 4. At 4 and,
Yeah.
and at 6. I love those little mini rings. I fucking love those things.
I wish we could get those.
Yeah, as big of places that they have WrestleMania at now, they should bring the little rings back.
Yeah. Like Gunther, he's the ring general. Like that suits his fucking persona.
Yeah.
Just even like bring it out for like the Germany one. Like he's gonna be in his home country. Let him come out as the ring general in a mini ring with wheels on it. Triple H would I think we'd lose our minds. That would be so crazy.
I would love it. The only thing is it makes everyone's entrance the same,
Right, but if you only do it for Gunther and like Roman Reigns, it's like the two biggest stars of the actual card.
Yeah.
Because he's the tribal chief. He could come out in a table, head of the table gimmick. He could come out like the table has wheels on it or whatever.
Yeah.
On a box car, flatbed or something. You could see Paul Heyman and like Jimmy and Solo pushing Roman while he's at the head of the table. I'd laugh. That'd be funny. That'd be funny to see.
Nature Boy bloodied up here.
There's not many matches that Flair is actually bloody in his career.
What?
There's not many.
There's like bright red all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot, dude. Yeah, there's a lot.
Really?
Yeah. He just
Like I
didn't
know
end up-
like WWE he had a few. I know WCW he had a couple.
No,
Now
he bled all the
NWA.
time. Like back in NWA, he bled all the time. He just didn't end up with a forehead looking like Dusty or Abdullah.
I'll never forget his promo that he was doing where he's like, it hurts. He had the bandage on his head and he opened it up again. He was hitting himself and he started bleeding. It was like 2004, 2005 on a Monday Night Raw. He was cutting a promo. He had a bandage over his head.
Mm.
And he was talking about how his opponent, he was like, you're trying to open me up. You thought it was going to hurt. It hurts. It hurts. And then he starts hitting himself and shit. Starts losing his mind.
I've not seen that one. I don't think so. He's got the woo going though.
Yeah, the Woo gimmicks in the 80s. Harley now is bleeding.
Mm-hmm. Nature boy. But yeah, he
You know
didn't
what's
become
funny?
that.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say he didn't become like that character until he turned heel, you know? Like within the next year is kind of when that character gets built.
What's really crazy about Flair is that he made fun of Foley for all of the gimmicks and blood and shit like that, yet Flair's bled as well and did some crazy gimmicks even in his time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of, call him the kettle black.
Yeah.
A little bit, buddy. Like, you know.
And this is certainly a turnabout in this match. A deep double underhook.
Nice.
Bam.
Double underhook. Ugh. I also like the fact that NWA style of wrestling, though it's very basic, it's right to the point. Like there's not so much pizzazz in a lot of the moves.
Yeah.
Like their basic moves are the pizzazz.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's very it's a very interesting understatement. Because like now if you go to like AEW, you see Darby Allin like flying through the ropes with Jeff Hardy, and you have all these crazy death-defying moments. And it's like, it makes sense. I understand that for the character or whatnot, but sometimes just adding pizzazz to the fundamentals of wrestling, technical wrestling, ground game, upper game, it goes a long way.
He goes by the name of the Marquee Wrestling, and he wants these men to wrestle. It's a race now with a headbutt to the lower abdomen of Ric Flair that comes back to the canvas.
Jordan, it almost had to be this type of match. You could almost know it was coming with the tension and the way the tension had been building outside of the fact. And the fact that Harley Race had put the bounty on Ric Flair's head, that there was so much bad blood between these men, and now he's just going to grind Flair's head right into that chain link.
Flair's got to come away from this looking like a piece of raw hamburger. And I'll tell you what, Race better watch himself. He's got himself a handful of problems with Gene Kaninsky.
Now Flair gets to his feet right there waiting on him as Race. Backs into the ropes. And again, he's going to slam him hard into that fence. Flair with a wild swing. Down he goes from the headbutt again.
Flair back to his feet, and Kaninsky trying to break up that right fist. And these two men are forgetting all about rules and regulations. They're out to destroy one another, no question about it. He got away from her in the comment too.
Is that stereo plugged in?
Maybe.
Again, he failed to hook that leg.
What do you think about the main event here, Dylan?
Very good.
Yeah.
Down the elbow. Now Flair feeling he's got
Here we go.
Indeed,
He is a mess, and he looks a mess.
He's a mess.
problem here is
Bam.
How much loss of that, how much loss of that blood can we take before we begin to feel the effects of it? Here's Race on the mark. Into the spike hole, executing from there. He's got it all. He's got it all. He's got the figure four. It's a question now. Harley Race can settle for one of two things: a broken leg or a broken ankle. And Flair is putting it to him. Race.
It's a lot of blood.
Mm-hmm. A lot of bleeders tonight.
Yeah.
A ring.
It's a
Yeah,
mess.
that ring is nasty.
Yeah.
You got the green from the mist.
Almost had Flair turned.
He has reversed it.
Oh.
He has reversed the figure four, but Flair brings it back. Flair brought it back.
There's still
but,
rope breaks in a cage match.
I
Apparently.
have
Apparently.
seen that happen one time. Seen it
Yeah, I was just about to ask that question too.
that a figure four was reversed and reversed successfully. And this one
Well,
didn't
not
reverse
not usually, but I mean,
That's right.
that's what they're doing here
Almost
for
the
sure.
end right there for Harley Race as he goes back to that headbutt when Flair comes charging after him. And there are two wounded bulls in the ring right now. They're both fighting on instinct and determination. And their hatred for each other. I think that's what's driving them at this point.
could be the driving force, and it is Race, however, is having a bit of a problem walking. Tried to set him. That leg may have given way on him.
And into the referee goes Flair.
That application of the figure four may be the telling factor in this match.
Another headbutt, and down again goes Ric Flair. Race goes back to the corner.
Race's finisher here is the diving headbutt.
Yeah. Oh,
There it is.
Jesus.
Over that rope with that headbutt. He may have hurt himself about as much as he did Flair there, Gordon.
Now that's an interesting point. He's shaking his head trying to clear those cobwebs, but Flair trying gamely to get back to his feet, came out a lateral press by the champion Harley Race. A two count and Race powers out again. One thing that I certainly admire about the referee Gene Kiniski, his count is deliberate and steady. So nobody can argue about a fast count or a slow count.
You're 100% right. And again, here is Harley Race helping Flair to his feet. He's got him in that front face. And here we go to go, Gordon.
High vertical suplex by world champion Harley Race. Race then moving into the lateral press.
Again, the count of two. And when the hand was raised for the third count again, Ric Flair just did kick out.
High above the ring now, you're watching these two tremendous gladiators battling it out for the World Heavyweight Championship. 10 pounds of gold.
Flair on the mat. Race now just keeps driving that left hand of his right into the face. Flair unable to defend himself. His hands down at his side.
I think that ref is really getting on Harley Race's nerves.
Could this be the finishing moments for Ric Flair and his dream?
A little bit, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it well could be, no question about it. Harley Race now with the upper hand and Flair in trouble. Flair doubling up those hands and firing away, but those punches just don't have any authority.
Gordon, he swung at that midsection end and he just missed it, and he had no drive or force behind that blow at all. It was just a very weak blow from Flair. Again, into the cage and over the top rope. And he looks at this point like a beaten man.
Ric Flair, the challenger, and it appears now that he is certainly not going to be able to take the edge here on the World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. Race.
Look at him pulling his hair.
Yeah.
Pulling Harley Race's hair.
Say one thing.
Okay, getting him off him.
World Champion Gene Kiniski is indeed doing an outstanding job as an official. He has been totally fair-minded throughout this entire match. But it looks to me now like Harley Race, the experience, the intensity, and the execution. Well, good block, good block.
Nice suplex.
Bam.
Grapevine into a vertical suplex by Ric Flair.
Yeah, and you hear Gordon Soley always called it a suplex.
Yeah.
No suplex. I think it's because it's French. So I think it might actually be suplex. But I've never heard another announcer call it a suplex.
Yeah, it's a very interesting name for it.
Fighting right now.
And Flair may be having some problems with his vision right now. His face absolutely covered in.
Down goes the referee. I think you're right, Gordon, and I think he could be.
That already
Race
answered
got
you.
him with a knee right into the midsection. Now back to the corner. You got him.
Oh, yeah, it's French.
Flair
Referee still
looping
down on
right
his
hand.
knees, and the referee
Yeah, suplex. It's French. Yep.
up on the top rope.
I thought he was right. Flair off the top.
He's got him down 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Wow. That was a nice fucking off the top rope move.
Mm-hmm.
They raised the house lights a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
7 times world heavyweight champion Harley Race. And there you see it, and I'm not even sure that Flair is even aware. Yes, he is. You can tell now. He realizes it. His goal has been reached. His great achievement in life in winning the world heavyweight
Third time. He is the third time champion right now.
Clearly, the odds-on favorite by the fans has done what many people.
Which means him and Dusty next year.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. The main event of Starrcade is Flair versus Dusty. 884, yep. And 85 is Flair versus Dusty.
Is this his first belt?
No, this is his third world title.
Third.
This is the first world title win of his you can see on the WWE Network, I believe. But it's his third overall.
All of Ric Flair's many cohorts and friends into the ring.
Wow.
Walks him around the ring with a championship belt as they all congratulate him. And his dream of the goal has been fulfilled right here.
There's Rufus.
And what a match and what a battle for Ric Flair.
Rufus got to touch the world title.
Yep.
Closest he ever got to it.
Earlier in the match, it was intensity and execution. And in the final moments, it was Ric Flair who apparently had the intensity and was able to execute, and that was the critical key.
Now again, being lifted up onto the shoulder.
Your guy won.
Mm-hmm.
Around the ring.
There you see it on the screen. Ric Flair, the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, winning it for a third time. And let's not, by any means, sell the defeated champion short.
It was a great match.
Yeah.
It was a great match.
Hey, it was Ric Flair's night, no question about it. In a rematch, I'm not sure it couldn't go the other way just as easily.
I think you're right there. There's no doubt that it could, and there's no doubt that if they wrestled 5 or 6 or 7 times, Gordon, it'd be hard to pick a winner. And I think they're just
That world title belt's cool, but it's no big gold.
Just that fine home, this athlete.
Yeah.
Tell you something, all I can say
Is that his wife?
we're watching all over the world tonight via satellite.
I guess so.
Here in the beautiful
Is it?
Greensboro Coliseum.
Yep.
Flair's wife, by the way,
Yep.
Gordon, let me interrupt you right
Okay.
now.
His
I know she's got to be there.
first or second wife.
You can see a tremendous embrace between the two of them. Obviously, a tremendously pleased woman, and you can just imagine the agony that she had to go through.
I wonder how much they were paid for matches back then.
It looked very bad for him, but it proved indeed.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He had that tremendous desire deep down.
They're chanting you?
And like we were just saying,
I think so.
on any given night, it couldn't go the other way.
Now, Flair for the goal and the
I'm sure Flair was the highest paid on this show.
Yeah, him, Harley.
Yeah.
Still a happy man, and I'm sure that all of the ramifications.
Third was probably Piper.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Flair, whether he's thought about it yet, and I'm sure he has,
I know what's coming.
he's got a man to face.
That's right.
He was here
About
tonight.
that Dusty Rhodes, too, right?
Exactly. It's going to be very interesting.
Such a
to
little
see.
belt.
Mhm.
Rhodes, of course, has held that championship on 2 different occasions as well.
Got some blood on you.
Flair, getting a little cosmetic treatment there, and certainly understandably so. But Ric Flair being congratulated now by Rick Steamboat and others in the ring. Again, I must congratulate Gene Kiniski. I think he did an excellent job as an official. He's a former world heavyweight champion, a great athlete, and I think he called it right down the middle.
And while we're talking about championships, too, while we have a chance right here, let's not forget the World Tag Team Champions, the veterans, and of course, Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood.
Exactly. A well-deserved victory for those two youngsters. They're going to have a tough road ahead of them. Interestingly enough, now Ric Flair must pick up.
Jesus.
See if he
Thank
can
you.
make these ways.
I don't really know how to begin. Thank you very, very much. To try and explain what a major part all of you have played this. To try and explain what a major part all of you have played in this would take a long time, but I want you to know that each and every one of you that are here tonight, each and every one of you that were out in the close circuit locations, this is the greatest night of my life, and I can't thank you. Thank you very, very much. Right there.
A very emotional man.
Highly emotional.
Yeah.
So, flushed with victory, weary, severely beaten, no question about that, but he emerged the victor. He made some comments there that certainly are heartfelt, and I think that really, for all of those people who personally wished him well, and for all of those people who had them in their thoughts and their prayers, I can't help but believe that this helped bring him a victory.
Yeah, this was pretty much him on the rise, and he wouldn't hit his peak until a couple years later, even. I think.
Yeah, but this is his come up story right now.
Yeah.
It had to give him that added courage. It had to give him that great second effort that I've seen Ric Flair do before. He knew the crowd was with him. That adrenaline had to be pumping. But I'll tell you something. Ric Flair, Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, I can't think of 3 greater men to hold that World Heavyweight Championship than those 3. And it's going to be, I think, 1984 is going to be a very interesting year.
Starrcade 83, what an event, fans. It happened, and it happened right here, and it was a real happening and a real event. Right now, let's go to the dressing room.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to announce the new world heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Gross.
It started back when we were in your house
Gross.
months ago,
He's fun.
and here we are,
It's
world
gross.
champion.
What's gross?
All the blood.
Started long before that.
That's a man's blood. Man's blood.
Let the man wash his face and then interview him. Come on.
Get that. That shows the manly man. A man that eats spaghetti and marinara.
He's right.
When I was down, when I was out, nobody knew what my career looked like the next day. Everybody played such a major part in this. The guys that trained with me day in and day out, the Steamboat worked out with me every day. The Youngblood did. Walter McDaniels helped me. Ricky.
Yeah,
Ricky, you did it.
He
You
reaches.
did it, damn it.
He reaches his peak. He and Steamboat have a trilogy of matches in 1987. They're just some of the best matches I've ever seen.
Anything you want, it's yours. Remember that.
Hey, Champagne. Look, even Charlie Brown's getting in on the action.
Heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. And it's just an exciting moment here in the dressing room. Let's right now.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
It's Dusty Rhodes.
Congratulations. Don't you remember one thing, Daddy? Down the road, there's one more dream.
They got champagne in his eyes and blood.
Two-time world champion. There's only two of us. There's a time coming. Down the road. One more dream.
Well, that's true.
What about that?
Right now, I want to celebrate the dream that everybody's made possible for me tonight. Thank you very, very much.
Have a toast to the new world heavyweight champion. Yeah. All right. Nature Boy Ric Flair, second time world heavyweight champion, and what is seen here in the dressing room. Let's now go back.
Bob, Gordon, back to you.
Well, Gordon, Ric Flair right there said, yeah, that's true. When Dusty Rhodes came down, but he said, right now, I'm going to celebrate what is, and I'm going to think about what is. I'll think about that later, and I'll think about Dusty Rhodes later.
Yeah, it's an interesting admonishment, though, by Dusty Rhodes. He was reminding Ric Flair very, very quickly just what it's all about, that he may have had the toughest battle of his life tonight, but he's got tougher ones coming up, no question about that. I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to, we're seeing, again, some shots of the beginning, I believe, of what is going to be quite a victory celebration in the Ric Flair dressing room. And hopefully, if we can, in a moment or two, we'll be going to Barbara Clary, who I think has gone to the other dressing room, that of the
loser.
champion Harley Race. I don't know whether he's going
The
to
loser, Harley Ray.
I can only say this. I wouldn't blame him if he had nothing to say. But I kind of have a hunch, knowing the caliber of man, perhaps now he will have something.
Yeah, before the match, of course, he did not, Gordon, and I think we said that we could understand that, and we can understand his reasoning behind that, and the fact that he didn't. But as you say, the caliber of man he is now, I think he may. It's going to be interesting to see just what type of...
All right, patch us over to the loser now.
He has to be completely dejected. I would say bloody but unbowed. There's a fierce.
This is too much talking after the end of the final match.
I like it.
It goes on, like I could see like the Ric Flair part.
Yeah,
There's
I like
this part
it.
with the announcers, and then going to talk to the loser. No.
See?
I like
She
it.
knows. The loser. Right, now we got to go listen to the loser complain. Ric Flair, you did me dirty. Ric Flair, you cheap bastard.
This is the final championship.
I think it might actually sound exactly like that. So
Competition
I
today.
wouldn't be shocked.
The Jay Youngbloods, the Dusty Rhodes. I can go down the list of wrestlers all over the
Ric
country.
Flair, why do you do me dirty like that?
Professional wrestling. Anyone
Shut up. You're a loser.
Race, I think, over the
Losers
years,
don't get to talk.
because of the fact that over half of his life has been devoted to the sport that he loves so much. I think that has given him a decided edge over most of his opponents. But now, Ric Flair is facing the very same thing, and no matter where Flair goes, he knows he's going to face the very, very toughest, the very best competitor in that area, be it in Singapore, Tokyo, New Zealand, Australia, here in North Carolina, Atlanta. No matter where he goes, he's got to face the best.
And there he is in the dressing room again, still with some of the friends still being congratulated. And Gordon, I think that's another important thing. And now, every match that Ric Flair gets in, he's going to have to be at his most. Everybody's going to be pointing for him in every single match. There's not going to be any easy times for Ric Flair.
No, he's the target. He's the target. Any professional wants to be the very best in his profession, be a lawyer, a doctor, a carpenter, a brick mason, no matter what it is. And in athletics and, of course, in professional wrestling, every man guns for that one thing, the World Heavyweight Championship, the 10 pounds of gold. Ric Flair has gained it for a third time, and certainly no man deserves it any more than he did in the battle that he put forth tonight to gain that title. But, and I don't know, I have not heard word yet as to whether or not we're going to be able to get a word from the defeated champion Harley Race. I'm hopeful that we will. But it may be that we're not going to be able to. I just don't know.
We're going to try. That's for sure. And we're going to try that right now. So let's see if we can get a word from Harley Race, Gordon.
Harley, I'm sorry.
What can I say, Barbara?
Harley,
Then
I'm sorry.
There's not a thing on the face of God's green earth that stands in my way of doing it 8 times, other than the life of our Dusty Rhodes and the ultimate Ric Flair, and a few people in that category. I've been there. I've done it all. Flair, this is your night of glory. The night that was arranged.
Whoa.
Please, please believe me when I tell you this, that I'm not packing it up and going away and hide. I'm gonna hound you like you never
Hey, yo.
in your life.
Take it easy. Take it easy, buddy.
You'll be absolutely insane for 6 months. I'll guarantee you that you'll live through hell until you meet me again.
Ric Flair worked hard for the belt, but he's going to have to work even harder to keep it. Gordon, back to you.
And Harley Race answered some of those questions that we had been asking and that we asked earlier when he said he did it 7 times. There's nothing that can keep him from doing it the 8th time, and the fact that he's going to hound Ric Flair mercifully.
No There's 5 more minutes
exactly
of talking.
Yeah.
Harley Race would have to say he's that kind of a man. May I
This
just
is
say one
losing
thing?
half a
We've seen
point.
phenomena here tonight.
Half a star for just the talking after the final match.
The talking is what matters, Kay. The conversations that happen between the announcers that don't wrestle and the wrestlers that are all broken and battered matter, Kay.
No.
Come on now.
Second time the world's
This is part of your WrestleCation. This is a top 5 question.
I
already watched this as part of my WrestleCation.
Well, we heard you didn't pass the first test, so we got to get you going again for the
I'm
second
in the
one.
remedial course now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Summer
in.
school program.
Well, we're getting ready to hit Starrcade 1986 in her WrestleCation.
Nice.
Championship trophies, and we worked very hard for them. Doesn't mean to say we'll be here tomorrow because there's a lot of guys out there that are the best at any given night. Tonight, we like to think we're the best. And Rick Stevens.
Oh, he's gonna let you drink a beer? He's gonna let you drink just one beer? That's it?
And I know I'm not saying anything out of context here. We wouldn't be here. I'm talking about the 3 of us, or Roddy Piper, or Wahoo, or Ruthless, Jimmy Valiant, or any of the guys that have taken part in this tremendous occasion tonight. If it weren't for all the tremendous support from a lot of fine people out there that stood by us through thick and thin, I want to say thank you very much, and I want to thank these 2 guys and congratulate them because they've
Look, you didn't shake the other guy's hand. Oh, there it is. Okay.
No, I did.
I thought he was going to only shake Steamboat's hand. And I'm like, well, you don't like the other guy.
Everybody knows
Jay
it's
Youngblood.
been a long night. The training period's been very, very long. The hours that we put in, the sweat, the bruises, pain, and the many times that we thought that we'd get something down in a particular move or hold, and then it wouldn't come around until you just keep plugging at it and plugging at it. But when we came here tonight,
My question is, are they going to let Tony Schiavone drink a beer?
And we did. Thank you, everybody.
He's underage at this point.
Thank you very much. That's all it needs.
He looks underage.
Yeah.
He still looks underage now, even to this day.
The world's tag team champions, Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood, and of course, the world's heavyweight champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Once again, from the dressing room, this is Tony Schiavone. Now back to Bob and Gordon.
A lot of gold right there, Gordon, around those 3 guys.
You know, if they get any closer, they'll kiss.
You know, the National
Those 2
League
guys right there.
brought us the Super Bowl, and now Jim Crockett Promotions has brought us Starrcade 83. Frankly, I can hardly wait for Starrcade 83.
Oh, wow, he's getting closer.
It's
getting close.
been something that I think
Someone put a textbook between them.
I can't even come up with the adjectives to describe
It's that jacket. It's magnetic.
the elation that these guys are feeling. And I have to be touched by the fact that
It's those glasses.
what
Those
happened
bifocals.
Ric Flair, and you can listen to he and to Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood, and at the same time, they seem very humble about it.
They are indeed. And I'll tell you one further comment. They are, in fact, in my mind, the world's greatest athletes.
Starrcade 83 fans, and Jim Crockett Promotions, delighted to bring it to you. As we say, we had a packed house and a packed arena, some 16,000 fans.
16,000.
All you fans around the world, and in Puerto Rico and in Trinidad and some of the other places, Gordon. What a great opportunity it was for them to see and to watch this event as it was happening.
No question about it. From Walla Walla, Washington to New York City to Miami. Hey,
All right.
Starrcade highlight video. Maybe not a highlight video, maybe just Ric Flair.
A Ric Flair vignette.
Paid all that money for his entrance. I want you to see it twice. Fog machines aren't cheap, Asa.
I'm aware. At
Well,
Spirit
that was fun.
Halloween, we sold out of hot fog machines.
Yeah.
Even they were, I forget how much they were. They were expensive though.
I just want to let you know I stopped watching. I'm just
Okay.
watching you watch the show.
You stopped watching? It's at what point?
And when Ric Flair came back out, and it was a Ric Flair vignette. I was like, all right, I'm done here.
Oh, well, that was the end of it. Well, folks, that was a fun show. I thought.
Yeah.
Kay, let's get your thoughts first. Let me get an overall rating and a best match and a worst match.
Okay. Overall rating, I'll give it a 4
Out of 5.
out of 5. No, out of 10. No, yeah, out of 5. Best match, dog collar match. Worst match, I've blocked it out, so I don't know.
Orton match.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. You're gonna show me the book?
No, I was just gonna
Oh.
say.
Yeah, I
what
don't know which match I thought was worse. Probably the Orton match.
Okay.
What about you?
Dylan, what do you think?
Overall, 4.5.
Wow.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I have a few really good matches. I also really liked the Charlie Brown match. I didn't think I was going to like the Kabuki and Charlie Brown match, but
Yeah.
I did. So that's definitely up there, as well as Abdullah's match, dog collar, and of course the main event. Orton's match was the only one that was upsetting because I wanted to see more Bob in the ring and wrestling. But even when he was in there, him and Randy, the move sets are almost identical.
Mm.
It is ridiculous. Like, I know I was saying them like throughout the show, but like when he did the knee drop, when he sold a couple of the hits, he sold a couple of the bumps, the punches. Sometimes he threw his head like the way Randy does. Like, it's just so wild to know. Like, I mean, I could see a young or Bob looking a lot more like Randy than, older Bob and everything now. But yeah, that was the only one that was upsetting. I wanted to see more Bob in the ring. I really did. I thought I was really hoping to see Bob's finisher and his move sets and stuff. So that was only the reason why I didn't like that match out of all the other ones. But 4 out of 4.5 for sure. Definitely one I would go back and watch again around this time.
What about you, Asa?
So for me, yeah, I give it 4 bones out of 5. Worst match was the tag match we were talking about. I think Orton and Slater versus Wahoo McDaniel and Mark Youngblood. Just drag.
Yeah, very long.
Best match, I'm torn. I'm gonna pick 2. It's kind of cheating, but the dog collar match with Roddy winning the U.S. title was fantastic. And I thought the main event was really good. The referee was really annoying to me. Gene Kaniski, how he kept trying to get him to follow the rules and kept like holding their fists back and pushing the guys. Really annoyed me. I didn't like that at all. But I thought the main event was very good. That and the dog collar match. Yeah.
Yeah.
So So, well, that's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. We got some new followers, and we appreciate that. And for those of you who are watching this in the future, thank you for that also.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Oh, yes. Subscribe.
Dylan, do you have stuff that you want to plug real quick?
Yeah, I have a podcast tonight with Roman Wrestling from TikTok. We got a whole bunch of WWE, AEW topics to cover and talk about. That'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern on Last Week in Wrestling podcast. I probably will be wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing now over there as well to continue repping No Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it. Oh yeah, and Isaiah Moore tomorrow. I keep forgetting.
Yeah. What time is that?
7.
That's
7.
cool.
Yeah, that'll be a nice one.
All right, and we have our weekly AEW Weekly tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So we'll be going head to head with Dylan. But
Oh, competition. Competition.
But watch it whenever you'd like. But it's 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. usually. And then we'll be right back here next week, the three of us, 12:45, watching a Starrcade, one from the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
But I'll announce the year on X this week. Probably today or tomorrow. I'll maybe look at the card and figure it out. But that's it. Thanks everybody. And as Mick Foley would say, have a nice day.